FoxSportsRadio.com, the iHeartRadio app,
Bing.
Sirius XM Channel 83,
Bing.
and now live on YouTube.
We'll do it live.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's right. Say my
Do it.
name.
Rob Parker.
Rob Parker. Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this TV theme song Thursday. And guess what?
What?
You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ben Haller.
There you go. At least when people are still awake.
How you going to take count if they
Sorry
ain't
about
awake?
that, Ben.
They got to be listening.
You can't count them when they're sleeping. Write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox for you laymen out there, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, guess what? It's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you're calling here to have a problem with what we say to you, tough. Because
well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie beanie. Yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin. Thank you, Stephen A.
Kelvin Washington. There you go.
Appreciate it. What's up, man?
What's
TV
happening?
Things on Thursday. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, man. Crazy day as always, but all good. I'm ready to go.
We're here. We're ready to rock and roll.
Got some fire to go. And those people in Indiana and those Hoosier fans.
Oh, my gosh. I'm glad you brought that up.
You see my Twitter?
Well, of course, because I'm in it. Every
Right.
time. You know, I don't be on Twitter like that anymore like I used to. I roar the gram. I'm even trying to do threads a little bit, what have you, whatnot. But golly, I saw my notifications. It was like 20, at a certain while it just says plus. It's like 20 plus. And you just, rob this, and you talking about the Dikembe Mutombo block. You blocking them. They yelling at you. What you done did?
We got 166,000 already.
I know.
And that's off the take about, it's not a Disney movie. It's a Triple X story or whatever.
I think I saw Kerr Signetti up in there.
That's all right. Those guys. Come with it. Bring it. Bring the fire.
He told you to pull up.
Did I do that? Yes, I did that. And I'm proud about it. Yes.
Oh, I know you proud about it. I told Rob G. I said, I know he's hype.
I'm always hype.
I know he's hype about it.
The worst thing you could do is have a national radio show and get 400 downloads at the end of the night.
Don't do it, Rob. Caution.
Can't do it.
Caution.
Rob G, what are you shaking your head for? I'm just saying. I just threw out.
That's true.
I threw out an arbitrary
That's
number.
True, but I guess my assumption would have been that doesn't happen to people.
Rob, caution.
I would have
Don't
just
talk about Inside the Parker like that.
Wow. Rob G, that extra room y'all have on your
you
house.
right now. I'm diverting it to that instead of what you wanted to say.
That extra room he has on his house.
Who built that?
A little Inside the Parker money.
Woo.
Rob G, at one point, Inside the Parker, were we not rolling?
Wait, don't be putting your don't tell me it's going down right now.
No, but
at one point,
don't talk about the recent, but
No,
years ago.
we was doing good.
But hey,
I hear
we
you.
were here. You can't see my hand in the screen. Rob G, am I lying?
We were like Jordan with the Bulls. Now we're like Jordan with the Wizards.
Exactly.
Well, can we meet in the middle? Can we be like Jordan in an All-Star game or something?
But it's okay because we were there. We
Yeah.
can get back there. We were there. We
I
were
know.
Jordan in Chicago.
Let's
That's
get back there.
We'll get there.
Let's get back.
All right.
All right. I can tell, Monty, this is going to be a spicy one. I can already
I'm
feel it.
I'm very
I can
spicy.
already tell.
Monty,
I
every
be
day I
knowing.
come in.
I be knowing.
I'm
Who was
spicy,
that?
not
was,
zesty.
That was sounding zesty.
I'm not
Took
zesty.
the words right out of my mouth.
Who's that, Stephon Diggs?
No, Stephon,
Oh,
the
I'm
character
sorry.
played by Bill Hader on SNL.
Okay.
Oh,
there
I was
you
about
go.
to say that was
All
sounding
right. Have you ever wiped with a dry piece of toilet paper
Stay out my bathroom.
and wondered, is this the as good as it gets? It's not.
Okay.
Switch to the life-changing, extra large, flushable dude wipes.
All right.
Because wetter just cleans better. That's right. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down. Don't
By the
forget
way,
the song.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got something.
Well, I was going to say, Scott at the other job, shout out to Scott, at my TV job in the morning, he listens and he pulls out random clips. So this morning, on our last hour, we call it Power Hour, and we play all these songs. He has now started to montage us. So it'll be you, dude wipes, something out of the blue. So imagine everybody on TV in their headset, they're hearing dude wipes, and hearing me, hold up, and just like, what is going on? And I'm dying laughing knowing where he's pulling from.
Right.
So he has pulled about 2-3 days worth of random stuff that we say on this show, and it makes my TV show.
There you go. We love it, especially when dude wipes like a lady. That song that we broke out yesterday.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's a lot of heavy on the weed. I think it was more you.
Okay. He wants no Rob. Rob G. Already selling me out. He's supposed to be my partner. Sure. Did you hear that? He was like, I don't want credit for that.
Rob G, he treated me like how we watched those old movies where the lead always don't want to associate and communicate with the rest of the group. We about to do this. Did I get my cut? Did I sign on the dotted?
That's all right. All right, Rob G, let's start here. We're going to get to the NFL, a new coach in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
Mentor.
We got some takes on that one.
We got a lot of different stuff to talk about, but we're going to start with the NBA, Rob G, in San Francisco.
What they done did.
Yeah, well, they're not very good. We know that. They got blown out. Jimmy Butler's down for the year with an ACL, probably half of next year, too. We don't know what's going on with Steph Curry.
Well, at least he could get his hair done during that time.
Steph Curry may or may not be on the block, depending who you talk to. But one thing that we do know for sure is that Steve Kerr is currently on the last year of his deal in Golden State. And The Ringer reported earlier on Thursday that multiple assistants on that Golden State staff are working under the assumption that Steve Kerr is out at the end of the season, no matter what happens. So the last dance, as it were, with Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and that group.
All right.
Oh, you're clapping? What you clapping for?
Bravo.
Okay.
Bravo. Do not give Steve Kerr a new contract. No contract extension. This well has run dry. I'm ready to move on from Steve Kerr. He got you 4 championships, but can we talk about some of the stuff he didn't do?
What's that?
Develop young players.
I can't argue.
Do you remember that? Remember when he got Weissman?
Oh, we can go down the list.
There's a list of young players that never got developed. Look at what he did with Kuminga. What he's done to Kuminga.
Oh, you beat me to it.
He's another guy. Look at what he did with Draymond Green. Turned him into a monster.
Yeah.
And the bottom line remains that you got all you can get out of Steve Kerr. And I'll tell you this. I'm ready to say that if Mark Jackson didn't start with those young guys, where would this Warriors team be? They might not be the team that they are now because he hasn't developed anybody. And they should really, right now at this point, be in a transition that we thought they were going to get when they got lucky, right? Had a couple bad years, got top picks, add those guys to the mix. You thought, oh, man, they're going to be good for a long time. You work those other guys in. You haven't seen hide or hair of those other players that Steve Kerr got in those situations. I'm not Hall of Fame coach. They won 4 championships. I get all that. He did his role with the Bulls. He was great there. What he needed to do for the Bulls. I'm not trying to take away from his career, but sometimes there's an ending to a story. And to me, the ending is now for Steve Kerr. I just the idea that he would stick around or they would give him another contract, and you know this, it says a lot that he doesn't have a contract now because you're basically a lame duck coach. And normally they don't let you have a 1 year left on your contract. That's why this is obvious, but I'm just saying they shouldn't have a change of heart. They paid Steve Kerr. They gave Steve Kerr his parade, his flowers, all that. Now give him a pink slip. I'm done with Steve Kerr in San Francisco.
Well, here's what's interesting. I wanted to disagree, but there's a couple of things that we have to note. They had a young team that was not highly touted in the sense that Steph Curry, we're like, all right, let's see what he does. Klay Thompson, all right, young shooter. Draymond, second-round pick. And what Mark Jackson was able to do was to get them to buy in, to get them to do stuff that we weren't necessarily seeing a lot of at that time, which was shooting threes. And he was heavy on bigging them up. You guys are going to be the best shooting backcourt ever. And Draymond, you can be this. And really developing the character and igniting something in that backcourt, the Splash Brothers and so on and so forth with that original first core, that team. So I do give Mark Jackson credit for that. What Steve Kerr was able to do was come in and kind of be a hybrid of the two coaches he spent time around, Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, meaning take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that. Take a little bit of Phil Jackson, more the approach, the bigger the ethos, the vibe of the team, work with the veterans and all of that. I think he's better at that than what we saw from a developmental standpoint, because Weissman never developed. They couldn't get the best out of Jordan Poole because they got it and then he's getting punched. They don't know what to do with that. We haven't seen the best of Kuminga. Everybody keeps telling me how good Moody's going to be, and he keeps being, he's solid. He's not great. So he hasn't been great at developing talent. And you don't want to, hold on to something too long where you're holding on just to be holding on. You don't want to be holding on just to say, well, this is what we did and this is what worked in the past. It's okay to move on. I know they want to do the last dance together, and maybe 2 of the 3 are gone, and Draymond, Steve Kerr, and Steph at the end of this season. Maybe so. But I'm okay if he decides, whether it be a Mike Tomlin, I'm stepping down, I'm moving on, mutual thing, or if they just say we're going to move on.
Now, the difference between Mike Tomlin, he has 2 years left on his contract.
But
Steve Kerr doesn't have any more years, and that is an indictment by itself by the Warriors.
Right, but what I'm saying is the Warriors themselves could say we were going to offer him, or he could say they're going to offer me, but I decided not to. Just simply based off the history and the relationship, I could absolutely see that happening. But I'm okay with the time. You had a great run. He's been having health issues the last few years with the spine and all of that he's dealt with. It's okay to move on. And he looks like he's miserable, by the way, the last season and a half. He's looked miserable. They don't look great.
He should look miserable.
And I'm okay with him moving on. And again, we've talked about this with some of the other coaches in different sports. Everything isn't the perfect ending. Everything isn't peachy and fuzzy and kumbaya. Sometimes it's just time to move on.
Phil Jackson won 6 championships.
And they said, this your last dance.
And they say this is your
this is it. You do what you can,
and Michael Jordan said, if Phil comes back, I would consider coming back and playing again. And you know what they said?
Well, it's the whole last dance for the whole team.
What was his name? Tim Floyd? What was that guy's name? Tim Floyd?
The coach that came afterwards?
Yeah. They were like, no, we got Tim Floyd, who was a college coach or something locally. No, he's going to be the coach. Oh.
Yeah, they missed on that one. They ain't been right since.
But
they
you
had
get
Derrick Rose for a few two.
They were
seasons.
done. They didn't want Phil Jackson anymore. They didn't want that anymore. They didn't care.
So I don't think it's necessarily beef like that was, but I think they understand it's okay to move on. We're gonna have to get young.
I think
we're gonna have to hit the reset.
But if you look at it, they just did not develop the young players that they got.
Dude, they had the core of Weissman, Poole. Who else was it? Kuminga at that time too? Kuminga, Moody. They kept telling they already got the veterans, and with these young guys, it's about to be a wrap.
That's what everybody thought, that there would be a continuation. Those guys would be worked in, and you would have a longer
4 or 5 year
exactly,
run.
Absolutely.
So it's okay. They got another great ring in 2022 that they can say we won pre-KD, we won during with KD, and we won after KD. They can hang their hat on that.
Yeah, but the 2 that when they won with KD, that's what made them different.
Well, I don't disagree. I'm saying for them to say
like,
we
but
won
people
with.
Act like they would be considered the same if they didn't win those 2 without KD.
Listen,
I know.
We can have a whole nother 30 minutes on KD saved them.
He did. Their legacy was saved by KD. I don't care what anybody says.
That's debatable.
I don't, because they had choked down a 3-1,
and they had no answer for Kyrie LeBron. Like absolutely not a single.
Like
answer.
LeBron. I told you, LeBron started MySpace, but they added KD and they started Facebook. I mean, that was the difference in where they went from. And they could have easily won way more. You know what I mean? Yeah. LeBron and Kyrie had KD.
They knew they had no answer for that.
They did not.
And they were only going to get better.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Does Steve Kerr need to retire after the season? If I'm the Warriors, no more deal. Thank you very much. I'm going to throw confetti in your hair. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. 877-99 on Fox.
We couldn't have won 4 rings out of 6.
You've been fired before. How'd they treat you?
I wanted to smoke.
Okay.
I still don't like that particular individual. I won't say I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been fired 20 times, so I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And they told me don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Not every time. It's like maybe 12 out of the 20. What you think?
Nah, all 20.
All 20?
Everywhere I work, they hate me. It's okay.
What is that about?
I don't know. 877-99 on Fox.
Did I do that?
Yes, I did do that. I'm telling you.
That is funny.
It's all good, though. It's all right.
I wouldn't have thought
years.
that.
40 years good. What? All right. It is the Odd Couple.
They don't hate you at the one place where you see them later.
Which one?
Where you? Yeah, they don't hate you there.
Yes. All right. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And as I told you, insight, not noise. That's what we deliver here on the Odd Couple. 877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do?
What's that?
Stick and stay.
In the United States of A.
I need you to have said it with your chest, Sam.
Yes.
Just you could have said anything.
I
You could have said
prepared.
cat food, but just say it with your chest. We
All
would
right,
believe
should we start
you.
again? Should we do it again?
No, I have to tell them now about Express Pros.
All right, that's fine.
If you're facing hiring headaches, staffing your business is complex. We know that. High turnover, skills gaps, and ever-changing regulations can slow growth and drain resources. That's where Express Employment Professionals comes in with decades of staffing expertise. Express connects you to a larger pool of qualified candidates, helping you reduce turnover and build the right size workforce. Get started at expresspros.com, and if you need to flex your staff for peak seasons or special projects, Express Employment Professionals offers contract staffing so that you can scale up or down with ease, preventing burnout and boosting productivity. So if you're worried about compliance, Express stays on top of the ever-changing employment laws. Express is recognized for excellence, earning clearly rated Best of Staffing Client and Talent Awards, plus the Diamond Award for Client Satisfaction. So don't let hiring challenges hold your business back. Visit expresspros.com to find your local office and discover how Express Employment Professionals can help you hire smarter and faster. And if hiring is taking you away from growing your business, get the support you need from Express. Don't spend your time weeding through spam online applicants. Hire faster with Express. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
It has been a tumultuous week for one Mr. LeBron James, and it got even worse today when the ESPN,
Baxter Holmes,
Athletic.
That was ESPN.
ESPN, okay.
ESPN.
Great research
But,
there, Rob.
no. But you told me that she put out a statement
She
to the
put out a
Athletic.
statement with the Athletic since then.
But that's
Baxter
what I'm saying.
Holmes put out this
Go ahead.
20-minute read.
Yes. So it started about a week ago. LeBron James, for reasons unknown to us, we talked about it on the show, decided he needed a 23rd season patch that only he would have for the rest of the season. It started mid-January in Sacramento, of all places. That just seemed odd. And then on Monday, it was announced that for the first time in 21 seasons, LeBron James would not be listed as an all-star game starter in the NBA, which is crazy that it's gone over 2 decades and the streak is finally broken. We find out yesterday that, of course, he didn't get voted in by the fans, but even his peers, his teammates, his NBA brethren didn't even have him in their top 6 of Western Conference players on their ballots for the NBA All-Star Game. And it all came to a head earlier on Wednesday when ESPN's Baxter Holmes did a 10,000-word piece discussing the dynamics of the Genie Bus family sale of the Lakers. All anyone cared about, though, was about 3 paragraphs where it explained that Genie Bus had grown frustrated with LeBron for a number of reasons. Number one being that she felt like she didn't like the narrative that LeBron had chose them and he was like their savior for their franchise. Number 2, she didn't like the fact that LeBron James had kind of absolved himself from the Russell Westbrook trade, even though he pushed for it harder than anybody.
Don't we remember the video of them having a powwow in his backyard?
And last but not least, she was very upset that he didn't seem more grateful that they did him a solid by drafting Bronny in the second round of the draft.
They drafted Bronny on his playing potential, right?
So it's been a rough week for the King.
Yes, and I got a message for the King. I'm
What's
dead
that?
serious. Retire after this season. Call it quits. Seriously, LeBron, is this on? I'm dead serious. The writing could not be more on the wall, right? From everywhere you go. You don't want to go out. Your players have told you you're an afterthought. The Laker fans voted. Because guess what? Luka got 1.5 million more votes than he did when he was in Dallas last year. And guess who got 1.5 million less votes? LeBron James. So the Laker fans are out there voting and they still didn't vote for you. The players didn't vote for you. The fans didn't vote for you. The league did this phony patch that only you have, and we were really celebrating your 23 years in the league. It should be a worldwide patch, right? Everybody should have it on, and it should have started in October when the season started. That's when your 23rd season started. You don't want to stick around too long. You can't now next year, and the All-Star game is in L.A. What a send-off. Have it one more time, and it could have been in L.A. They were not even interested in doing that for you. No solid. The worst thing you could do is come back next year, and guess what? It'd be even worse than this year. Like, it is rock bottom. He has stayed too long. LeBron James needs to retire. The writing is on the wall. In Los Angeles, nobody wants you at the All-Star game. LeBron James? Really? Kelvin, I think that says all you need to know. Fans don't want you. No owners want you. The players don't want you. Like, what? Do you need a building to fall over on you?
Yeah. I think, Rob, what makes it difficult with LeBron is all that it comes with. We'll talk a little bit later about on Steph Curry, some of the Steph Curry news and with the Warriors and whatnot. But it's what comes with LeBron. It's not just singularly the talent. He's actually still probably a top 20. Me and Rob G were talking about this top 20 player, top 25, depending on where you want to go. When you watch him and still, like last night's game, he was incredible. And so the talent is there. What he could bring to a team is still there.
Player.
No. Oh, dude, of course he's not. He's 41 years old. What I'm saying is, so it has to be something else. And it becomes what all it brings with LeBron, right? Hey, it's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a TV theme song Thursday. Got to let this one build a little bit. Lot left in the show. We got Darren Smith, Kansas City sports radio host and reporter, coming up in about 5 minutes or so. And be sure to check out the brand new YouTube. Shout out to Elijah's got us looking good on there right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. You'll find the show. Like it, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it.
Are they still hating on me, Elijah?
Even in the
Indiana,
YouTubes too?
Yeah. He said double thumbs. YouTube, everything. The numbers are still going up.
Let me see. You got me.
That's all good.
Mary, you found a version. You found an original version of this one.
All right, 877.
You were crazy for that take.
99 on Fox. Steve Kerr, I think it's time.
Let me see what you didn't
They
say
should, at the end of the season, let him go. No new contract, no extension, no nothing. How's that?
You can't even get a pat on the back?
No.
Can't get
He had his parade. He had his confetti.
Company dinner? He can't get a dinner on the way out?
Brian in the Bay Area. Great place to start. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, B?
You gonna play the theme song from What's Happening Now at one point?
What's happening or what's happening now? Which one?
What's Happening Now? The old TV show from the 70s. You gotta play that.
I remember what's happening.
I
remember what's happening.
But What's Happening Now was the
spinoff.
But
I don't remember the anthem for that one. I just remember the What's Happening.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, fellas, I got a beef with y'all talking about. I gotta stand up for my man Steve Kerr talking about not developing talent. What's James Wiseman done in Detroit or whatever team he's on done now? talking about Jordan Poole, that was Draymond's fault. Punch him in his face.
That was Steve Kerr because Steve Kerr didn't take up for him. He didn't take up for him. Steve Kerr didn't even suspend Draymond. I mean, how disgraceful is that?
I agree with you on that, but you got to talk about the fact that he developed him. And then what's my
Kuminga sat for 20 games in a row. He came in and played and had 21 points in 20 minutes. Why is he not playing?
Steve Kerr didn't even want Kuminga. It's been reported out here. He wanted Franz Wagner from the Magic. He wanted that guy. So he knew.
Nobody's disagreeing with that, but I'm saying at a certain point, I got what I got, right?
Exactly.
Like I get that. I'd want a lot of things, but you got what you got. I'm not disagreeing with who he wanted. And it's not nobody saying, listen, he is, I think he was the perfect coach once they got rolling. I don't think he could have started it like Mark Jackson. But I think because, again, he's a personality, he's a coach, a player's coach, and I think he had the camaraderie to keep them cohesive and going.
I'm going to tell you, I
absolutely agree with that.
When Steve Kerr lost me, I'm going to be honest.
When the Draymond.
Nope. His disrespect for fans. I was shocked by Steve Kerr when he wasn't playing people and he was like, well, you come to the games and we can't be concerned about that. I really thought that was so highbrow and so disrespectful to fans that he didn't understand why it was such a big deal that people paid $400 for tickets and they were mad that players weren't hurt but didn't play. That's what he said. That's when I lost it for Steve Kerr. I
understand that. I think Steve, I'll give him credit too for the death lineup. I was talking earlier about that. Just going small, going a bunch of wing guys. That took a lot, because that's not typically what we have seen. So I give him credit for that too. He was definitely started that whole death lineup. That was very, 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 very effective for them for a handful of years.
All right, Jordan in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan?
Make sure it wasn't Jordan Poole.
Hey, Rob, Kelvin. Nah, Kelvin. Jordan Poole.
If it was Jordan, making sure. I was gonna say if it was Jordan Poole, he wouldn't be able to put the phone to his face because exactly.
So maybe switch out the phone for an ice pack every 15 seconds. But guys, I completely agree with you. I think it's time for Steve Kerr to retire. And for the previous caller, you could say James Wiseman hasn't worked out, but if you would have taken more of an interest in watching the college game, who was picked nine picks after James Wiseman?
Who's that?
Who worked out for the Warriors? Tyrese Halliburton.
Wow.
He worked out for the Warriors. Maybe if Steve Kerr would have taken more of an interest in watching the college game, he would have seen guys who could have translated.
Well, I'm not going to knock him because that's not my job is night in, night out, right? That's what I have a scouting division for. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's supposed to
But even when they got Wiseman, people
game.
thought that, oh, my God, they got him and they could work it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a disappointment that.
Well, they weren't wise men who drafted him because I don't even.
Thanks, Jordan.
In the NBA anymore? My goodness. All right, appreciate all the
he
calls.
Went to the Pistons. I think he had a cup of coffee and a sweet roll.
Oh, you might have gave him some.
Maybe,
they might have gave him one Coney dog at Lafayette's with a
rat hair on it.
Told him to get out. Darren Smith.
Could you ever go there to eat?
You have
to.
No. I haven't been in years.
There's a Coney Island place in Detroit.
It's been closed like 2 or 3 times.
Okay? And it's been closed 2 or 3 times because people have video of rats running in the restaurant.
Okay.
So they were like, okay, well, we cleaned it up now. And I just couldn't eat there after seeing the video.
Yeah, that's hard.
Am I right?
No, once there's a visual, being told but not seeing it is different.
I agree. What's your we'll argue about this later. But
enough with the rat talk.
If it was L. George's, the L. George's out there. There's only a handful of them. If it's L. George's, well, dang it, we're going to have to just me and Mighty Mouse. And Mighty have to be best friends. Come here, Mickey.
What is L. George's?
It's a Coney Island.
Okay.
Coney Island is think family diner.
Okay.
But a little smaller, a little less quality, and more prevalent.
Okay.
And more rats.
Yeah, and more rats. Got it. Not a fan of rats, but
you'll love the Coney Island. Think norms, if you will, but not quite as nice.
Okay. Okay. I got you. All right. The big story of the day, fellas, comes out of the NFL as the Ravens have found their new head coach. They are hiring Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and it's a 5-year deal. The Titans officially announced Robert Saleh as their new head coach. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, Patriots quarterback Drake May, and Bills quarterback Josh Allen headlined the list of 5 finalists up for the NFL's MVP award. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey and Jaguars Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence also made the cut. In baseball, the Rangers acquired pitcher Mackenzie Gore from the Washington Nationals for 5 prospects. In the NBA, ESPN reports that the agent from Maverick star Anthony Davis, Rich Paul, has told the Mavs that he wants Davis to be traded by next week. And the trade deadline is 2 weeks from today. So we'll see how that goes. Josh Giddey, who's missed the last 11 games with a hamstring injury, he is probable to return tonight against Minnesota. That's going to tip off in about 30 minutes. And the Grizzlies have ruled out John Morant for tomorrow's game against the Pelicans because of his elbow injury. Right now in the NBA, late in the first quarter, the Hornets lead the Magic 21-11. Also late in the first, where the Rockets are up on the 76ers 27-26, and the Nuggets lead the Wizards 24-15. In the NHL, the Bruins have scored 3 goals in the first period. They're up on the Golden Knights 3-0 halfway through the first period. The Blackhawks halfway. The Blackhawks and the Hurricanes are tied at 1, also late in the first period. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Monty.
Jess.
It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can achieve your goals. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on what happens there. And I do think when we talk about the Warriors, we kind of hinted on this yesterday. Let's say this news is, or what we were talking about happens, and Steve Kerr retires, and I'm wondering, does Steph just call it a career too? I'm wondering. No, he just finishes out.
He's making like $90 million. I'm sorry. All right, let's go to Kansas City.
At a certain point, Hey, let's go to Kansas City with Darren Smith, Kansas City sports radio host and reporter there.
No playoffs from Kansas City. This is the greatest football season ever.
Mary, hit me with some sad music for Darren right now. Darren Smith, who probably has on a red suit.
You know it, right?
Because last time I saw him, he had on a red suit. Probably a little sick right now.
But it's awesome. You know what? Because you don't have to carry Patrick Mahomes' luggage to the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, come on. That's how you doing, you Darren. Happy New Year to you,
What's
brother.
up,
How
buddy?
are you?
Happy New Year. Hey, look, Rob already knows I got a bone to pick with him, and it ain't got nothing to do with the Chiefs, but thank you all for having me on.
Is this something we should wait till off air, or is this the Hoosiers? What are we talking about?
He wants to go off on the Josh Allen and not getting enough criticism. He obviously doesn't listen to the Odd Couple because we've done that. We gave him the 2-piece.
Yeah.
But we'll get there first. We want to ask you first about Eric Bieniemy coming back. Yeah. And is this a parting gift? I mean, there were 10 NFL head coaching jobs open, the most that I can remember. And no black coaches, it appears. Like we had a reporter on yesterday. He couldn't even name you a black candidate, let alone that they were close to getting a job. Eric Bieniemy, we know, left Kansas City in hopes of getting a job, got nothing, and now he comes back to Kansas City.
Well, to be quite honest, he probably never should have left Kansas City to begin with, but of course, he wanted the opportunity to, at least at the time with Washington, had the lateral move to prove that he could be, a proven play caller or get the credit that he felt he deserved in Kansas City. And of course, with all the interviews that he did, surprisingly, to some, and maybe not surprising to others, for him to not get a head coaching job throughout these cycles is a little astonishing. Now, I was told that he has some potential head coaching interviews in the works, but again,
do they pay you if you show up and you're black to get an interview? Do you get paid?
We just need you to do a favor. We can check this box real quick if you come on up in here.
That's what it seems like. Because to be quite honest, I was waiting on them to contact one of us to go in and do an interview, just to say.
Hey, Rob, you've been covering this since 1986.
That's right. Matt Millen tried to get me in as an interview, right? When he hired Steve Mariucci. Everybody at the Super Bowl knew that Mooch was hired already, and then Matt Millen was calling around trying to get black people to come in.
Rob, you like football? Yes. Have you ever heard of 3-2 zone? Yes. All right, we interviewed him. Bring in Mariucci.
That's exactly how it probably was going to go with Bieniemy.
All right, just tell me about the Chiefs. I mean, I said before the season that they would not make the playoffs. Not surprised. Kelvin will vouch for me. Mm-hmm. How surprised were you that they didn't make it? And what happened this season?
Well, to be quite honest, Rob, everything happened during the first game of down in Brazil. When Travis Kelce took out Xavier Worthy, and I don't mean on a date. And and when when the kicker misses the extra point early on, and now the Chiefs have to go for two, and now you're playing catch up the rest of the way. It was kind of I guess
they got
it
their
was
receivers, and they won 3 in a row, and they put up 30 points a game. Kelvin and a lot of people bought in. The Chiefs were back.
Well, again, again, you asked me a question. I was going to get to that. I think somehow, some way, between that Monday night game in Buffalo, the Chiefs left their quote-unquote superpower either at Arrowhead in the locker room at Buffalo, because they were never the same when they got to that field in Buffalo, and to only win one game after that, which was against the Colts, was a little surprising, to say the least. But to be honest, look, I don't come up with excuses, and I don't do that. So it was just a bad year all around. And look, and I talked about it throughout the season, and of course I've said on your show before that the play calling hasn't been the same since Eric Bieniemy had left, because Patrick, while Patrick has been the most accomplished quarterback in the last 3 years, he has not been the best quarterback in the last 3 years, and there's a big difference in that.
Hey, you know what? Darren Smith, our guest, Kansas City sports radio host and reporter. Travis Kelce was talking about to the media. He was talking about just how he loves Bieniemy. He said it's like the marriage is going to get right back together, and we're going to pick right back up. He was sounding a little too excited. You think he's going to come back? He hasn't officially decided or announced one way or the other. Is this the gang's all back kind of a thing, and we see Travis Kelce, or are they going to move on and say, no, we good, bro, thank you?
Well, to be quite honest, I thought Kelce would return once Patrick declared that he planned on being back by week 1 of the NFL. Now, I had already thought he was going to be back by week 1 anyway, talking to some sources. So I think Kelce kind of made his decision at that time. Now, bringing Bieniemy back kind of enhances it, because look, everybody has shown the stats. When Bieniemy was the OC, whether people gave him credit or not, the team averaged about 38 points a game that last year that they won the Super Bowl, compared to averaging 21 points a game right now. So, to be quite honest, yes, I would say get the band back together. If you've seen Twitter lately, of course, if you believe in that kind of stuff, Tyreek Hill may be trying to work his way back here.
He's been flirting with them for the last 2 years. Hey, boo.
Only problem is if they bring the band back, I think there's a good chance that you're going to get Culture Club and Boy George. That's the band that they'll be bringing back, because this is not – it ain't the Chiefs that we remember before. I think
Boy George catching strays.
I just don't see it. I really don't. You just talked about Patrick Mahomes. Like you can talk about, he'd have receivers, they drop. Dude, he's not the same quarterback. Can we Darren, agree with that? And I'm not saying he's a bum or he can't play. He ain't the same quarterback.
Well, he's not the same quarterback, but again, Rob, the pushback I would give you is that there is a difference in coaching style between Bieniemy and Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy is the type of coach who's not a leader of men. I like Matt Nagy as a man, but as a coach,
you don't have to throw that in. Why'd you throw that in? Just say he's not a good leader. You don't have to soft soak it.
Well, hey, look, he's not a good leader. He's not a good leader of men. And so the big difference is that Bieniemy was able to push Patrick and all these players to the extreme and push them to higher ground. And to be quite honest, I felt like they kind of coasted on the talent and the coaching over the last 3 seasons since he's been gone. With him being back again now, hey, things can change. You got new players that are here that wasn't here under Bieniemy, and it's going to be in for a rude awakening when training camp opens up.
Well, go ahead. We don't have much time. Yeah. He wants to talk about the Josh Allen thing. Do you have something? Go ahead.
Well, yeah, real quick. In that own division now, the Chargers look like they'll be at least good. Not necessarily they're saying they're winning Super Bowl, but they'll be good. You obviously have now the Broncos are going to be somebody you got to contend with. The Ravens will leave Rob G's team alone. Where do you see now how difficult they used to own that division? Now, the division ain't nothing to sleep on.
No, it's nothing to sleep on, to be quite honest. It's going to be a big task for Brett Veach, the general manager, to do a thorough examination of his roster and make sure that you put in some good players in place. One of the biggest issues that the Chiefs had this season was they were not able to effectively run the football. I tend to argue that they didn't really attempt to run the football outside those 2 games against the Raiders and the Commanders, where they rushed for under 50 yards. But after that, they never really tried to establish the run game and depended on Patrick and his talent the rest of the way, and that just wasn't the way to go. Right. He, just like anybody else, needs help.
We need your quick take on Josh Allen, and you got your panties in a bunch over the coverage.
No. My panties in a butt drop comes from you going after Lynn Jones when she did her spiel. But all these white reporters such as Ian Rappaport and Albert Greer, whoever Breer,
Adam Schefter.
Well, him too, but glazing over Josh Allen, Darren Orlovsky, all these people who were in the media, but you were steadily quiet about it, and I text you about it left to right, and I tell you, if you're gonna talk about it, tag me in it so I can see it, because I didn't see you go after them with the same energy that you went after Lynn Jones.
Now you're a reporter. You're at press conferences. I'm sorry, the Lynn Jones is unprofessional, and I'll say it till the cows come home. I don't know what journalism school you went to, but I guarantee you, Darren, you weren't taught to be a rah-rah and I got to pat the coach on the back. You can do that if you have a personal relationship on the side. That is not in a press conference. I don't care who it is. The same way when Adam Schefter came out and said that he used to give his story to the general manager of Washington for him to read first. I would tell you that. You don't get that. That's PR. That ain't journalism.
No, Rob, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you, and I told you that in private. I agree with you 1,000%. My issue was that you did not go after Albert Breer or some of these other people in the same manner that you went after Lynn Jones. That's my issue.
All right. There you have it.
All right.
You got a rebuttal
but I love you, though.
No, you don't love me, and you better not say are you coming to the Super Bowl?
No, are you coming? You know I'm going to be there. Come on now.
What are you there for?
Why are you there? Oh, you got. I'll see you.
All right, we'll see you then, Darren.
All right, man.
Oh my gosh, you were nuts. Why are you there? He can't go. He can only go to the Chiefs there.
Yeah. This is a national radio show. This isn't a Los Angeles. This is a national radio
even if
show.
It was, the Rams might be there. Oh, that's funny. All right. Shout out to Darren Smith. Appreciate him joining us. Darren Smith, NFL on X. Give him a follow. Tire Rack Play of the Day on the way. Shekel City on the way as well. And then you, my friend, I told you were extra spicy today. He wants to yell at athletes, Monty, how they ruin sports media again. We'll do that because we haven't done that already 10 times. We'll do that next. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Lynn Jones, again, if you all recall right now, after the game, Liam Cohen's up there at the presser. She has an opportunity to speak. Here's what she had to say.
I just want to tell you, congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank you.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank you.
And you did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
So that's what she said there.
I just threw up in my mouth.
And you and others threw up in your mouth, and tell the people why you threw up in your mouth.
I'm a trained journalist and been practicing journalism for 40 years. I went to Columbia Journalism School. I teach at USC journalism. It's just not in our profession what you're taught, okay? You're not a fanboy. You're supposed to be. She even said, we have another season. She also didn't ask a question at the press conference. This is the working press. And a lot of reporters, and rightfully so, were like, this is not standard. No one's saying she can't. I'm like, oh, it's so much negativity. Then finally somebody says something positive and y'all jump on it. That's not the case. She can say whatever she wants to him privately, but not in that setting. That's not what that setting is. That's a working environment for people who have covered the games who need information to write their stories or sound for their TV show or the news or the radio. That's what that's for. And in journalism, you're not supposed to make yourself the story. You're not the story. What happened, Kelvin? She became the story, didn't she?
The story. We ain't talked about the game. When the last time you said Trevor Lawrence?
We didn't even say Trevor Lawrence after that. It was all about her. That's exactly what you don't want. So am I condemning her, saying she's the worst person in the world and all that? No. But if you ask me journalistically, is that correct? I call it improper and unprofessional. That is not the place for that. Just like if she was a fan and went up there and said, that was a piss poor performance, coach. We deserve better than that. That would be out of line too.
And they would
trash her.
Same, types of conversations, but the other way. I think this is where it gets complicated. And I mentioned this yesterday, but maybe I didn't do a thorough enough job. I really do believe the contrast in media. For instance, the Jackson Free Press. I have no idea. I ain't in Jacksonville or Duval, so I don't know what all they're doing.
She did that as well.
I know. And she did do that. So, but I'm glad you said that. Mary, you got that? The reason why I referenced that is because her saying Duval lets me know, this ain't going to be a normal, hey, coach, you guys, we're 3-10 on third downs tonight, da-da-da-da-da. Because she made it very much about the fact that he was putting on for the city. And she was looking at it as, you put on for our city, you put on for Duval County, you put on for the people. We usually having rough seasons. We were finally good. And she took that approach. And I think that is what made people who are journalists, who've been doing this for years, who are coming to cover the game, talk about third downs, first downs. And I think this is why they got upset. So what we're witnessing, Rob, is in real time online, journalists like yourself, 40 years in the game, and others say, hey, that's not how we do things. That's not how we conduct the business. This is not how you're supposed to go. The fans, all they see is a clip. Well, that was a cute interaction. What's the big deal? So where the contrast happened to me was journalists explaining journalism to fans who don't necessarily care to hear about all that. All I know is a lady says something really nice to a kind. What's the big deal? It was 27 seconds. I don't understand why it's a big deal. When people, again, who have been in this profession are saying, that's not how you do it, that's not how you do it. I had to earn my chips. I had to fight to get in those rooms, and this is how it would have been, and she's wasting time because people are on deadlines.
Everybody doesn't get a
There's
question.
only 5 or 6 questions, and that's a waste of a one. People aren't going to get that unless they've worked those rooms, because to them, what the heck was the big deal? It's just a swipe for me. I swiped on my timeline. I heard a lady say something nice to a team that fought hard, that usually isn't great. Now they finally had a good season. They overachieved. What's the big deal? It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington.
I hope this show got canceled early. What is this?
Smart Guy. That's the Tia and what's their name? The twins. Their little brother had a show. Tia and Tamara.
How long was this show on?
Probably 3 seasons.
They had a good run.
Yeah, they did 3 or 4. It was a show because they had their show and then he was a little brother, so they gave him the Smart Guy show. Yeah.
Mary, I got to send you one for next time, okay?
It better be from
19, what you think?
Post 1995.
What
are you guys putting parameters
because
on?
we got listeners that are younger than 61.
Don't listen to Rob G. You can send it to me.
Or just, we like a good mixture. That's
you just got one, Smart Guy or
Mind
whatever.
you, I put Green Acres last couple weeks ago.
The way you said one, I don't like it.
All right.
That's like I got the one black friend thing. The way you
everybody
said it.
gets one.
Everybody got one. I got Jerome. That's how you sounded. I ain't like the way you said that. It's the Odd Couple. Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. Thank you to Darren Smith joining us moments ago.
He ain't going to the Super Bowl. I don't buy that for one.
No, he got to go. He got to have a red hoodie, a red something to pull up on represent
Rob
the Chiefs.
G, we getting him on the air when he comes? No, because he don't have the Chiefs, so there's no reason.
All right, there you go. That's your boy. That's your man's. We'll get the podcast up in a little bit with that. Right now, it's time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Brunson crossover dribble lob for Robinson, who slams it down.
I'm such a fan of how often we're starting to see this play.
Knicks radio there. Man, they came back with a vengeance. They were listening to the Odd Couple, and they were like, oh, that's what y'all think? Let us show out and show you how we really play.
Thank God for the Nets.
I know, right? That's another. I mean, we talked about absolving teams and shrinking the league. The Nets can go. New York has their team. It's the Knicks. We can just get over that. Jay-Z came out rap when it first started. It has been downhill ever since.
But what's funny is what team has been to the NBA Finals twice compared to the other team?
What you talking about?
The Nets.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 25 years, the Knicks haven't been to the finals since '99. The Nets have been twice.
Yeah, but that was New Jersey.
I'm just saying.
That don't count. They're the New Jersey Nets.
I know. I covered. That was the team I covered. All right.
All right. That was, of course, again, Knicks Radio there. Your Tire Rack Play of the Day brought to you by Tire Rack for over 40 years. Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Shekel City. Today. How'd you do?
All right, here we go. 1-2 last night. 27-16.
Don't be having that excited voice in 1 and 2.
Is the total. I'll take that. 1-2. 0-3, thank God. Yeah. All right, here we go. Tonight, I have the Clippers. They always beat the Lakers, don't they?
Well, in the last 10, 15 years, they're probably like 70 and 20.
For whatever reason, it's pretty weird. But I'm going to take the Clippers plus 1.5.
Okay.
They're in Inglewood.
Inglewood.
Yep, at the Intuit Dome. Have you
Still
been?
haven't been. Drive by it all the time.
Yeah, you got to go. Okay.
All right, Monty, invite me.
So I got that. Also, I'm going to take Portland minus 3.5. They're hosting the Miami Heat.
Oh.
And I'm also going to take the Utah Jazz plus
what?
12.5. You know it's a plus.
Plus what?
Plus 12.5 over the Spurs. So the Jazz plus 12.5 over the Spurs. Clippers plus 1.5 over the Lakers in Inglewood, and Portland minus 3.5 hosting the Miami Heat. And remember, Kelvin.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Any of these bad teams you believe, Rob G, you can jump in. Monty, you know you love the league too.
Not as much as she used to.
Oh, dang. All right. He just spoke for you. All right.
But what? Go ahead. What was your question?
My question was going to be,
you know I'm running this
bad
thing, right?
teams.
I'm running this whole thing.
Yeah, you've been real spicy today. I told you. I knew it.
Zesty.
Not zesty. I'm not zesty, Monty. I'm a 62-year-old man. I have no zest in my body.
First of all,
I could argue
there
that.
are plenty of people who they finally admit the zest at your age.
I'm not saying
the zest has many a times come out later in life.
Zesty? Is that the
zesty?
Yes, don't do that. There's
Well,
been plenty of
streets
people
have said that, Rob.
Well, I'm zesty.
They have said that.
I'm not zesty. You know what? You guys are something else.
Roger, you said we're gonna need a picture of Karen, Kim, Kanisha, somebody.
Whatever.
You do need to drop a picture. I ain't gonna lie.
Zesty. Oh God.
Because this.
You guys are just jealous.
Hey,
you guys are just
fight
jealous.
These allegations, Rob.
I'm not in miserable marriages.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob. Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Baltimore Ravens have found their new head coach. They are hiring Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. The Cowboys are close to hiring 34-year-old Christian Parker to be their defensive coordinator. Parker was the defensive backs coach and passing coordinator with the Eagles, while the Buccaneers are hiring former Falcons offensive coordinator Zach Robinson to be their offensive coordinator. In baseball, the Rangers acquired pitcher Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals for 5 prospects. In the NBA, ESPN reports that the agent for Mavericks star Anthony Davis, Rich Paul, has told the Mavs that he wants Davis to be traded by next week. Right now in the NBA, late in the second quarter, the Hornets lead the Magic 56-32. The Rockets are topping the 76ers 56-53. Kevin Durant has 14 points, while the Nuggets are up on the Wizards 46-41. In the NHL, the Sabres are up on the Canadiens 2-0 after the first period. I'm Monty Bolaños.
can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, where we deliver insight, not noise. And have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this good?
Don't look me in my eyes when you ask me these types of questions.
I'm just saying.
Don't worry about what's going on. My hygienal habits. Is that a word?
It's not.
Hygienal?
Something like that.
It felt good.
Switch to a life-changing, because the paper's wet. Wet, extra-large, flushable dude wipes. That's right. Because wetter just cleans better.
That's true.
Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down. Simple as that. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel as well. You know all about it. We appreciate all the people who have subscribed. And don't worry about subscribing anywhere else. Make sure you subscribe to The Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. Odd Couple FSR. That's what you need to do. And hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Antonio Daniels is coming out.
AD.
In about 28 minutes here on The Odd Couple, of course. NBA champ, Sirius XM NBA Radio, Pelicans TV, and, of course, Fox Sports Radio, NBA analyst. And we got a shop talk. Shop talk. I told you my barbershop is entering 24 years we've been in business. Kind of crazy, ain't it?
That is. Congrats to you, bro.
2002, Tico Edwards and I got that barbershop on West
What was the
7
impetus?
Mile.
What was the genesis?
Tico was my barber.
Mm-hmm.
Came in one day, and we just started talking before he cut my hair. And I said something like, one of these days I want to own a barbershop. That was like a childhood dream of mine. He said, I want to get a barbershop too, because he was working at somebody else's shop. I was like, we should do it together. You have the license, and all that, and with my sports thing, I could get advertising on TV and radio, drum up business, whatever,
right.
And whatever. He's like, that sounds like a good idea, and that's how we really. That's
him calling you right there. Look
I
at
know.
that. He did. Rob, you talking about me?
And that's how we got into business.
Nice.
And it's we started opening shop in 2002. Pretty amazing.
That is. No, listen, businesses are hard. I know all about that. I told you, wife and I had a store at the Glendale Galleria out here for 2 years. We still have the business. We put down the brick and mortar, but we've been running it ever since 2013.
Yeah.
So shout out to Misfit Activewear. If you need that activewear for the ladies, that active leisure wear. Ow.
There you go.
But yeah, business is hard, man.
Yeah, it is, no doubt, and we're still standing. Rob G, I'm sure they're coming for me, right? Is this?
Yeah, I mean, well, the YouTubians, as they've been known to do, a lot of fixation on the female voices on the show.
Oh, yeah.
West Side for Life wants to know, where's Mary?
Oh.
He wants the video.
Oh, he wants to see you now.
He wants to. All right, Elijah, put the camera on her. Take it off me.
Lil Big Man says, need more Monty. Monty's the star of this show.
These guys, you know what?
And then,
don't say it, Rob.
And then it really went off the rails.
Go ahead.
I was expecting that. Like, we get a lot of that. And then it became, Michael Thompson says, hey, Monty can be zesty, no one would mind. And then that led to a avalanche of Rob Parker zesty comments. Rated M says, Rob is zesty. Check the I'm a woman quote.
Okay, there we go.
That.
Troll says, zesty, Rob's so zesty, you may as well be Mick Parker. I don't know.
As in Mick Jagger?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
That is your guy, though. You do love Mick Jagger.
Or am I a burger at McDonald's?
Yeah, so you getting ate up.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
Big Mac.
Rob serving meat, million served. And then this is my favorite one. HDC says, we call him Zesselmania Rob.
Zesselmania.
That's crazy.
That's because Monty put that out in the atmosphere, Monty. I'm mad at you now.
Yeah, you done got a whole
I'm going to pull your hair when I see you.
Yeah, well.
Zesty.
See, there we go.
Is that zesty?
That's not like how you fight. Like pulling the hair didn't help the zest.
I didn't say I was going to pimp slap or anything.
No, that's zesty.
Wow. Is that zesty?
Yeah, pulling hair is kinda,
someone's going to record us because it's going to look so zesty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's my baby oil? That's a good. All right. And then this last one, we'll get out of here on this.
Oh, my.
Y'all be cool. Don't lose your radio gig talking about who's zesty. Leave that to Puff and Bad Boy.
That's right. We're not trying to lose. We're not trying to lose.
Yeah, you do have to retire the baby oil. because he is
What?
definitely.
It's not helping the allegations.
They don't help the allegations. He's taking the baby oil and kind of ran with that. He has ownership of that. And I almost did literally with all them boxes.
I own the baby oil. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because we all had one, and it lasts 15 years. So why he needed 10,000, I don't know.
They were on sale.
Ain't that much selling in the world.
All right.
Rob
G, let's go.
Let's get back on track.
Let's keep our.
Let's
I
get
need
back,
baby oil.
back
There
to
you go.
football.
Thank
Big
you.
news today in the NFL. Arguably the best head coaching vacancy has been filled. The Baltimore Ravens have a new head coach. Jesse Minter is back in Baltimore. Was there for a few years running the defense. Left to coach with Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. Now he's back in Baltimore. They're very excited about it. At least we think they are. Because on Thursday, The Athletic's Diana Rossini reported that if Lamar Jackson had any kind of say, and of course we know that he does, the man that he wants calling shots, calling the offense there in Baltimore, can't be Jesse Minter because he's a defensive coach. According to Rossini, Lamar Jackson wants Cliff Kingsbury to be running the show there in Baltimore. Guys, are you surprised that for now, because we don't know any link whatsoever between Minter and Kingsbury, that the Ravens said, thanks, Lamar, but no thanks. We're going to go another way.
I'm not surprised. Now, he might get his wishes, to your point, if all of a sudden he comes in, he's offensive coordinator, and then you get the best of both worlds. You got a defensive-minded head coach, and then you obviously get the guy.
So they've said that there's no way they're hiring Cliff Kingsbury?
No,
Is that
they
what
have
said?
not.
Rob G?
They have not said that, but they're usually when you get these hires, you say, hey, he knows this guy, and he knows this guy.
He comes in with his own.
They come in together.
But a lot of guys,
So-
sometimes they don't have a guy.
Right.
Sometimes
So that obviously, if that happens in the next hour or something, we'll be changing our conversation.
Well, that's why I want to say,
But
be careful. Don't
assuming-
paint yourself into a corner.
But I like, from a head coaching standpoint, I like the hire. Going back, let's
like
go
what
first.
hire? The head coach?
Minter. Yeah, hiring him as the head coach.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like, number one, I like the defensive-minded coach because specifically for this team, if we're talking about another team, I might go different ways because the offense has been potent with Lamar Jackson. We know that. Lamar Jackson, healthy and going, could be potentially the best show. If you want to say it's Josh Allen, you want to say it's him, right in there. He's right in that mix of the best show going. If Henry decides to sign back, they work that out. You got Derrick Henry. You got Lamar Jackson. You've got weapons with tight ends. You got weapons with Zay Flowers and so on and so forth. The offense is going to offense. That's not my issue. If you can do what the Baltimore Ravens culture has been and lock down that defensive side of the ball, you will have what a lot of teams don't have, and that is the quality on both sides of the ball. Usually teams they're much more better on one side. They wish they were better on the other side. They could potentially be that if Minter is able to come in and solidify the defensive end. We know they have some of the talent. Some of these guys are on the Pro Bowl. So if you can lock in and get the best of them and lock up other teams so Rob Parker doesn't have to keep bringing up, you scored 40, but you lost to Baltimore week 1. Because the defense is better, you might be cooking with something. And then I go to Cliff Kingsbury. Rob, this happens all the time, where some people get identified and the league just calls them like a darling. And it can be any league, where they're just a darling of the league, and people just love them, and they have this fascination with this person, and they always want to give them an opportunity. I'll give you that in college. Lane Kiffin. He was the only person kind of always would fail upward or at least fail laterally and keep getting these opportunities, And he's finally made the best of it. He's even admitted he's got better as a person. He's gotten better in these opportunities. Cliff Kingsbury can start hot, can start okay, but there is a thing called the Kingsbury Cliff where his teams have been known to start off hot, the offense looks good, and then they hit a ceiling. They hit a plateau, and they start to go down. And if you look at it, with the Cardinals, he was 28-37 over 4 seasons. 43% of his games. Look at him at Texas Tech back in college. 46% of his game in 6 seasons. And his offenses, when you start to look, you say, all right, they must be potent. Well, again, like I said, they start off solid. He was top 8 in his first couple of seasons, 2 out of the 4 with the Cardinals. And then it turned to 7th in his first season with the Commanders. Then he goes to 21st and 22nd. So to me, I'm like, what has Cliff Kingsbury really done that everybody always wants him to be the man and be the new head coach and be the hot commodity? I just don't see it. I think he's solid. If you want to be offensive coordinator, okay. But the idea that he has to be the next man up with the head coaching positions, I've been blown away by that because I just don't see it. Stay defensive-minded. Tighten up the turnovers with the offense because the offense is going to offense, and I think they might be heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the coach to be able to say they hired the right guy or didn't. All I know is that they're familiar with him. This is the issue in the NFL anyway. is a lot of cronyism and whatnot, and this is what they do. They hire people that they know and whatnot. So I know he spent time there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're bringing him back into the fold. He obviously made a good impression for people to want him. Okay, he went on his way and got the job with the Chargers. And now we're bringing back our guy who we had and we liked when he was there. But I will always acquiesce and have input from a player. I'm not saying that he should be hiring people, but why wouldn't you want to listen to a 2-time, should be 3-time MVP and have some input? Because just like Bill Parcells once said, if I'm cooking the meal, I want to buy the groceries. Okay, so I don't think it's outrageous that Lamar have input, not hire anybody, but input. So if he thinks that he could deal with, Cliff Kingsbury, and I'm not the biggest. I don't think he should get another head coaching job. He got his opportunity. I'm not there. I don't have a problem with it. Like, people are like, oh, don't listen to him, or you shouldn't listen to him. No, I'm not saying that they should hire. I'm not saying Lamar gets to pick whoever he wants. But if you don't listen to the players, it's just like I remember one of the worst things David Stern ever did. David Stern, when he changed the basketball without the players' input.
Cutting people's hands and all that.
And Tim Duncan was one of the players complaining. Like, of all people, I said to myself, you messed up if Tim Duncan is complaining about the texture of the basketball because they got big money.
Deal with whoever
it was big money. Remember that, Rob G? They had a terrible basketball. They actually had to go back to the old ball during the season.
Very early.
They couldn't even wait. They were like, dude, we can't play with this. How do you change the ball without talking to the people who actually
dribble the ball for 48 minutes?
Thank you. And that's my point about Lamar. He should be involved in the conversation. You should try to figure out what's going to be good for him and for the organization, and try to come to something. That's all.
No, I'm not. You absolutely consult. What are you thinking? You do an assessment of the past season. What did we do right? What did we do wrong? What do you like? What are you feeling? But again, to me, I look at that team and I say, man, if they can get back to being solid defensively, because that's the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, but their offense is bad too. I mean, you got to admit
the offense. It's the fine tuning. Like, they can produce. That ain't the issue. It's like we talk about, the last second fumbles or the drop catches or catches in the end zone that aren't technically catches. It's the fine tuning, the comfortability, and how to close out a game. The offense is gonna offense. I think him single-handedly just being out there is gonna offense. Just by default, I'm that good. It's like if Kevin Durant walks on the court, that's gonna be a bucket.
It wasn't always the way, and that's the disappointing part. I think that there's work to be done. But they do have some offensive issues, too, that they need to really figure out who you're keeping, who's really there. Maybe Zay Flowers isn't that guy. I know he just got the Pro Bowl, but maybe he's not. Maybe for all the upside you see and the stuff that maybe when it matters most, has Zay Flowers really come through for them? I don't think he has.
He's got some boneheaded plays. He's got some spectacular plays. That's probably what drives him crazy most.
That's right, because he looks so talented. Yeah. And then it's like, I will until the cows come home. That fumble against Kansas City at the 1-yard line, that changed that. Had he scored there, I think they would have won the Super Bowl. Went to the Super Bowl. They didn't get blown out in that game. What did they lose by? 5 or 6?
17-10, wasn't it?
Was it 17-10?
Yeah.
That was it. But
they forgot about the other thing you can do called run.
Right. They stopped running. That was the game plan. That was absolutely ridiculous. But I'm not so sure. I think Lamar has to be involved in that conversation, and ultimately it's got to be a team and an organization decision. All right, did the Ravens make a mistake by hiring Jesse Minter as their head coach instead of the guy? So Lamar wanted Cliff Kingsbury as a coach or the offensive coordinator?
It's like I told you in the beginning of the segment, Rob. Diana Rossini said that Lamar wanted Cliff Kingsbury to run the show, to run the offense.
Oh, okay. But when you say that, I'm thinking just offensively.
Okay. He wanted, him to be the guy.
Okay. Cliff Kingsbury. Well, I just told you. I
don't. They have this weird fascination with him. I'm like, all right.
I've seen it. I've seen that act. All right. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Unless you're not listening to Rob G in the US of A.
I didn't hear him.
Multiple executives, not just one or two, multiple who he asked about this exercise, all said the same thing. They said, my bold prediction is that Lamar Jackson gets traded this offseason. More specifically, Lamar Jackson gets traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. So guys, it got us thinking. If you were Tom Brady and Mark Davis and that Raiders brass and that front office, and assuming that Lamar Jackson's even available, we don't know if he is, but if he is, would you trade number one this season and a couple of first rounders in the future, give Lamar Jackson that $300 million contract he's looking for, and bring the former MVP to Vegas? Or do you stand pat, do you take the number one overall pick, you draft the quarterback, likely Fernando Mendoza, and build from scratch that way?
I'm going to go ahead and build from scratch like Grandmama used to make her cakes. You know, building from scratch. Now, you already know, I've said it since my whole entire tenure here, that I thought Lamar Jackson was the best player in football.
So that makes no sense.
This year, I'll tell you why it makes sense for me. Number one, Lamar Jackson went to the Ravens, which was a wonderful and well-run organization that has stability and that believed in him and bought into him. Other teams might not have really viewed him the way that John Harbaugh and that system did and allow him to flourish. They might have bought the hype that he's a receiver, he's a this, he's a that. So that worked out. I don't believe the Raiders currently as comprised have that infrastructure yet. They don't have a coach yet. I mean, they have to figure out their coaching situation, how that's going to work out. They have to figure out who's going to be in the building. Is Tom Brady going to do this? Who's going to have more power? Who's going to have more say? And to me, what you would have to invest to get him, knowing this is going to be a nice, slow rebuild, is going to be wasting the best of him. You're going to waste 2 to 3 years of Lamar Jackson. Is he going to be injured and beat up after that where you don't get the best version of him? When we've also seen teams turn around by taking a year or two, finding your guy, and becoming something. A la the Patriots, who have done pretty well, huh? A la the Broncos, who've done pretty well. And when you take your time, slow build, you get a bunch of draft picks, and you don't have to pay a quarterback a bunch of money off the bat, we have seen historically you're able to win. You saw that with Tom Brady winning Super Bowls early. You saw it with Ben Roethlisberger winning Super Bowls. You saw that with Russell Wilson. And so I would rather build up, see what we got, slow roll this thing. We know it's going to take some time. Use a bunch of draft picks, get better, and find out who we are and what we are. Lamar is incredible, but coming there singularly and what we'd have to give up, then that doesn't make us all of a sudden better simply because it's him. It's not the NBA and you get 28-year-old, 29-year-old, in Lamar's case, LeBron, or 29-year-old Shaq. That's a different situation because what one player can do on a team in the NBA. So I'm not saying it's an easy decision, but I want to get our guy, our quarterback, build up, slow up, get draft picks, get better, build the organization, because they're going to be bad if they get Lamar tomorrow because what they'd have to give up. And it'll take forever to get good, and you might have wasted 2 to 4 years of Lamar. So I'd rather do it that way.
I just think you need a quarterback. And if that's the starting point, because you're out of it. I mean, they didn't do anything well, and there's got to be another plan. Obviously, it can't be just him, and there's got to be maybe free agency, some other situations,
be, yeah.
Okay? But I would always, the idea of getting a Mendoza, and he didn't even play great yesterday. He's fine, and I'm not saying he's not, but there's no guarantee he's going to be anything special, okay? And there's so many bad quarterbacks and guys that people have put energy into and believing that they're the next this or next that, and most of them don't fail. I'd say there's a fail rate of 60%. I'd say it's that high, that most people don't pan out. So if you could, I don't think the Ravens are trading him, okay? I'd be absolutely stunned if the Ravens traded.
Now that I agree with, but I'm playing along with the hypothetical.
I'm just saying, especially you got rid of Harbaugh, so that you're gonna get rid of Harbaugh and the quarterback.
I'm with you in that.
There's no logic there. So that part I don't get. But I would always go for the commodity of the quarterback, and then build around the quarterback. And even if it takes, Lamar's 29, right? I'm saying, can he get 5 years? Because it's not about. And I know people winning multiple. It's not. Most organizations would take one.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Lions. the Lions are what they have. If they can somehow during this whole thing, now that's what's scary for them. Is that if they don't get one with Jared Goff
this
this 5 or 6 years, it will have been wasted.
You don't know Power? Come on.
Don't talk to me.
Joe.
Talk on the mic.
Joe and 50 Cent, son. They try to take Joe off and put Trey Songz on, and people called in. Robin said, put him back on. All right. We'll get Golden Girls coming up next time, Rob. It's the Odd Couple. Rob and Kelvin on the TV things on Thursday.
Everybody's going, what is this? This isn't TV theme song on Thursday.
Matter of fact, 877-99 on Fox.
No.
If you know
just because your
song,
TV stuck in the 1600s, you
his
don't got to hate on
automatically
us.
comes on. He broke his TV the last time he went
Still
past
got the knobs
1988.
black and white.
Y'all be hating
Ship
on me.
Fast. No, I love the 70s shows too, but I mix in some 90s and 2000s up in there. Ship Fast and Free, backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. AD Antonio Daniels coming up in about 5 minutes or so. We'll talk some NBA headlines with him. 877-99 on Fox. We're taking calls about the Ravens. They make their hire. But we're wondering if that is the right hire or if they should have gone with somebody Lamar Jackson had interest in and Cliff Kingsbury. I say no. I think Mentor was a better decision. I'm not going to say the ultimately right, but it was the better decision than Kingsbury. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Chili Tim in Atlanta. Chili. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chili?
Yo, what's up?
All right, so I'm going to say this right now. So we're coming down to Atlanta for the NABJ convention.
We are.
In August, the National Association of Black Journalists, the first week in August.
No, it's the second this week. It's like 11th through.
Is that what it is?
14th or something this year.
Because
it usually is what you're talking about, like
all
third.
Right, so the second week in August.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to check because my youngest son is getting married in Cancun in August. I have to check. If
okay,
August,
congratulations.
But I'll check.
Okay.
Yeah. Meet me at the altar.
If you're in town, we'll you could I think our hotel is
okay.
Hey! Don't put business out there in these streets like that, Rob. Come on, man. You know?
All right, go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
So that's the problem. I definitely want to meet you guys.
Well, at least me. At least me.
Yeah, y'all. I'll have to hear both of y'all agreeing with each other all day. You know, Rob. I think you're right. Chili, I think you're right. And I got to be sitting there.
But Kelvin, real quick, I heard you talking about Rob going to church with you on Sunday. Real quick, so take him on Communion Day because there was this girl I was dating one time, and She went to my dad's church for communion, and she threw up communion. Man, it was not more of a pure prophecy than I ever knew. She threw it when she took communion. But,
you want me to see what's going on with him? Make sure. Okay, let's purify. Let's purge him.
Hey, I'm gonna go to church. I just want to make sure I go, and I don't want his daughters to be mad at me.
No, I don't. Of all the people, my daughters would be thrilled. They're probably gonna be like, "He's nice. Is Uncle Rob coming with us next week?" That sounds more like them.
What is Daddy? The only thing is, what's that steel wool on his face?
No, they see me without without the color in my beard. They know what it is. No, you coming? I got him. Surely he's coming with us. I already got it. He's coming. Maybe not this Sunday, but next.
All right, Dion in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dion?
That was a hell of a theme song. Hey, listen, man. The offensive coordinator for Cliff Kingsbury, I think that's wide open. Lamar wants the guy in the building. I think, hey, that's a good consolation prize. I don't think Cliff Kingsbury's done enough to redeem himself to become a next head coach.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even look at him as a head coach.
Exactly. And then, but man, guys mentored. So it's my understanding Vance Joseph was supposed to interview for that job.
Good luck. They're not hiring any black people. I'm just telling you straight up.
It would be this why they can't get a job because man, where did this guy come from? They know him. They said he know everybody.
What I just say? Cronyism is big in the NFL, Dion.
Yeah. This is why Vance Joseph can't get his second crack at it. You know what I'm saying? So this is ridiculous, man. So I honestly, I didn't even know this guy was on anyone's radar to be a head coach, but the Baltimore Ravens. So I think good luck for him.
Hey, Dion, thank you for the call. This is what me and Rob talk about. They got to start earlier identifying guys, right? Whether it be the collegiate ranks, the NFL ranks. But I'm saying you get them going early.
There are no black college coaches. There's nobody, and they get one shot for the most part. And it's a wrap. I mean, Eric Bieniemy just got to go back to Kansas City after waiting 5 years, bouncing around trying to get
still couldn't get nothing.
And there's 10 openings, and I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to apologize and say I was wrong.
If what?
I don't see a black coach getting hired during this cycle.
No, I don't. Vance Joseph is the only name that's been tossed around, and to his misfortune, in the sense that he's still playing. You know what I mean? His team is still going, so he's still coaching. I mean, we had like you said, he's
got a better chance of being the CEO of Vans than of getting a head coaching job. I'm just saying.
You might be right about that.
And
which
Rob G, you chiming in on something. What are you talking about?
I didn't say it on the air, though.
No, I've said it on the air many a times. And I'll say it again. You, mister, I don't like nepotism. I don't like cronyism. 90% of the people who work here were your former students.
No, they're not.
What do you mean, no, they're not? I've told him, Monty, anytime me and him get in an argument about this between Dion and Shador or LeBron and Bronny, you do, hey, Rob, can you give this person a chance? Can you put them on the air? This is my person. I know them. They're
Rob G, my guy Preston, he needs a job.
My guy Preston. Hey, Evante, can you put him on the air? Hey, Ryan, can you do? Stop it.
What are you talking about? They're not related
Martin Weiss
to me.
came with you in your luggage from Detroit. You brought him with you.
Perfett? Isn't he also one of
Chris
your
Perfett?
Okay.
You don't even, hey, Monty, he don't even hide it with Chris.
Evante?
He calls him USC Chris, where I met you.
Right.
You don't even hide it. Stop it. I tell that man every time we get to arguing about cronyism and nepotism.
Everyone
you
here,
even brought in Husky.
It's Rob Parker's people.
You brought in Husky.
I did not bring in Husky.
Yes, you
did.
That's
from
that.
Chris.
If I didn't hear through the grapevine
That's what I heard through the grapevine
Chris
too.
gets credit for Husky, and I get Martin.
Okay.
Thank you. My point exactly.
Everybody gets one.
You brought a two-way ticket. Hey, how you doing? Spirit? Yeah, let me get 2 tickets. Me and Martin. Stop it. You love some good old-fashioned cronyism. How many times I got text messages from you? Hey, man, I was thinking we can get this person a shot on the air. You know why they work hard? I know them, and they one of my mentees. How many E's are in mentees? Mentees.
Monty, don't you have an update to do?
Yes. Before Rob gets zesty, let's move on here.
I'm not zesty.
Yeah, guys.
Cronyism.
Ravens have
Boy,
a
I'll
new
tell you.
head coach. As you were just discussing, the Ravens still need to find an offensive coordinator behind Jesse Minter, who was with the team as an assistant from 2017 to 2020. So Jesse Minter back with the Ravens. The Bills today interviewed former Giants head coach Brian Daboll and Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo for their head coaching vacancy. Also, multiple reports that the FBI is investigating the death of former Colts owner Jim Irsay, who died last May at the age age of 65. The report says that Irsay's doctor prescribed him pain meds. He is part of the investigation. The team has not been contacted by FBA officials, and no subpoenas have been issued, but that is happening. The Cowboys are close to hiring 34-year-old Christian Parker to be their defensive coordinator. Parker was a defensive backs coach and passing game coordinator with the Eagles. In the NBA, we got some games going on, some close ones. Rockets and 76ers, it's been back and forth. 76ers are up right now, 75-69. It's still early in the third quarter. Joel Embiid, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Kevin Durant, 22 points. Also earlier in the third, where the Hornets are pulling away from the Magic, 73-51. LaMelo Ball, 14 points. The Nuggets are up on the Wizards, 64-56 late in the third quarter. Just like the Warriors and the Mavericks, actually, they're in the second quarter, and the Warriors are up 45-41. Cooper Flag, 9 points, 6 rebounds late in the first quarter, and the Timberwolves are up on the Bulls, 26-15. When it comes to the NHL, the Bruins have scored another goal. They are up on the Golden Knights 4-0 late in the second period. Sabres over the Canadiens 3-2 late in the second period, just like the Blackhawks and the Hurricanes, who are tied at 2 apiece. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Monty. Were you at USC with Rob too?
I was not.
Okay.
No, I was not.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't hire anybody at this network.
Cap.
Okay.
Cap.
I saw your. I
don't hire anybody.
I saw
at this
your
network.
contract.
I don't hire anybody.
And you must also hire 3 of my mentees per year. I read it. You know I got people. You know
Unbelievable.
My wife a lawyer. I seen it.
All I'm trying to do is help people.
That was a flex.
You know?
Was it?
My wife is a lawyer. Stop.
Yeah, I know. There you go. That was.
Stop it right
Wait
now.
a minute. The only party left out, and Rob, you've been divorced for 20 years.
No, I wouldn't do you like that. Last time you did that, somebody was dead to you. So I don't
That's right. I was going to say. Yeah.
The only person I know who happier about being divorced than me mad about being divorced. Make up. What are you happy or mad today?
Well, I can make up jokes about me being divorced.
You know, I do get that. I can talk about my mama. You can't talk about my mama.
All right.
All right.
I'm happily divorced, so I'm good.
But then if I said you wouldn't, you'd be like, hey, don't do it.
Don't do it. All right, let's go.
All right. AD, what up, man? Antonio Daniels, NBA champion, Sirius XM Radio, Pelicans TV.
It's all right. Everybody can't be married. It's okay.
I know. You can be. If you just pick somebody 25 and up, you might be.
Oh, my God.
AD, yeah, it's one of those days.
I know.
AD.
It is one of those days.
It's one of those.
My goodness.
AD, matter of fact, AD, we don't even want to talk to you about the NBA. You want to talk about this life stuff we're talking about today. We're talking about zest.
My God, what did I just come into?
Man, you just have stepped into a whole lot.
Crazy.
AD. Yeah.
Well, speaking of zesty, let's start here with the New York Knickerbockers. I just want to know. Well, I'm just saying.
Let that man be.
No, I'm not even going to bring up Cat. Okay. I'm just going to talk about the team.
You just said his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Antonio, ever since Thumbgate, things went south for the Knicks. I'm just but they won last night. They blew out the Nets, but it's been a struggle. What's going on with the Knicks?
I mean, listen, Mike Brown is a really, really good friend of mine. He was my PD coach when I was in San Antonio. You can't think of a New York Knicks coach that came into that situation under as much pressure to win as Mike Brown.
100%. Because anything less than that, people are not going to be happy.
No. So if they make it back to the conference finals and lose, it's an unsuccessful season. And that's unfair to him. But to me, this goes above Mike Brown. It goes to the firing of Tom Thibodeau. When you have a guy that accomplished in New York what Tom Thibodeau did, it's very easy to forget where you've come from. Like, this is a team that was irrelevant for quite some time. Tom Thibodeau took them to a point 2 years ago where you can honestly say they actually could have made it to the conference finals, right? An injury or two away. And then the following year, they do make it to the conference finals. And then they fired their coach. Here's the thing, fellas. In the NBA, I can't speak about NHL or NFL or Major League Baseball. Right. In the NBA, when you fire your coach, you are starting over. Period. I don't care who's on your roster. I don't care the turnover or lack thereof. When you fire your coach, you are making a choice to completely start over.
Okay, here's my pushback. Okay, here's my pushback.
Yep.
Rick Carlisle was the coach of the Detroit Pistons, and Larry Brown became available, and they punted on Rick Carlisle, who went on to win a championship and has been a tremendous coach, and they won the very next year. So I have seen where you can make a
No question
change
about it.
and upgrade where you think that the other guy is an upgrade. You see it happening.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Here's my rebuttal to that, Rob.
Okay.
You remember when they fired Tom Thibodeau?
Yep.
I remember on Sirius XM, me and Rob Perez, we said at that time, oh, shoot, if they're choosing to fire Tom Thibodeau, they obviously have somebody in mind that they want to hire.
You sound like me arguing with Rob.
Now,
And
here's
I
the
said that
problem,
they
Rob.
didn't have it.
Now, hold
They
on.
didn't. Go ahead.
Hold on. Here's the problem, though. When you start hearing, after they fired Thibs, them going around and interviewing guys that already have a head coaching job means they didn't have a plan in place.
I agree. I agree with that, but here's the reason why I thought the firing was justified. And Kelvin will tell you, did I not call for his firing the day before?
I disagree, but you did.
The day before, Antonio, I said he should be fired from that job. And the reason was they knocked off the defending champs, the Celtics. And when they went into that series against Indiana, they totally believed that they were going to go to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999.
Right.
Okay?
And they blew a couple of
And they blew the first game up 14 with 2 minutes to go, which hadn't been done since Moby Dick was a guppy. That hurt. The next night in at Madison Square Garden, they lose that game too.
Let's sit at game one.
Okay.
Let's sit at game one. Because this is my issue with the NBA now as a whole. Everything comes back to the coach. Everything. If you're up 14 with 2 minutes to go, and you have Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges and all of these veterans on that team, why is it on Tom Thibodeau that you can't close that game out?
The same way that we give a coach a new contract when they win a championship, even though he didn't make a basket, even though he didn't get a steal, even though he didn't get a rebound. You know what you do? You give him credit for getting the guys to get together and play well. So it goes both ways.
No, Rob, I'm going to tell you the thing I found out about this league a long time ago. As a player, I saw it, and now I see it even more as an analyst, and sometimes I'm even guilty of it. When a team plays well, we praise the players, and when a team struggles, we criticize the coach. That's like the blueprint.
Wait a minute. We don't give coaches any credit? Pop got a ton of credit. Pop got a ton of credit.
That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly.
Why?
But here's the thing. You know, anytime you're talking about a championship team, anytime you're talking, how much credit did Mark Dagnall get last year?
The only reason is the only reason people can't pronounce his name. That's why he didn't get credit.
No, Rob, you can go down the street. Mark, you can go down the street.
Nobody knows who that is. Nobody knows who that is.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. That's my point. But you know who Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. You know who Chet Holmgren is. You know who J-Dub is. Now let Oklahoma City start losing games. Let them start losing games and heading in the other direction. I bet you didn't know who Mark Dagnall is then.
No,
because when a team plays well, we always praise the players. This guy's an MVP. But when a team starts to struggle, that's when we start to look at the coach.
Well, that's one of the debates we had for a couple of weeks. But I was team not firing Tibbs, and he was. But let's switch and stay in the same vein of things with the coach in Golden State, Steve Kerr. Still in his last year of the contract. There's reports that this might be it. What do you make of the situation? Should he keep going? Do they need him, or is it time for him to move on?
I mean, my thing is, I feel like if you won 4 championships in Golden State, you've earned the right to leave on your own terms. Plain and simple. You've earned the right to leave when you feel like it's your time to leave.
Well, so Phil Jackson didn't get to leave on his terms. They decided that they weren't going to sign him.
Rob, what you're doing is you're listening to respond as opposed to simply listening. I'm not comparing him to anybody else. He didn't ask me about Phil Jackson.
No, but I'm giving you an example of a guy who won 6 championships.
I didn't say that examples didn't exist in the past where guys didn't. Because sometimes you don't get to leave on your own terms. I'm saying, in this particular case with Steve Kerr, I've said the same thing to Spurs fans about Greg Popovich. When you win, like they have, when you have a dynasty in place, I think the thing is, you're not always going to make the right decisions as a coach. I'm on the outside. I am wondering like crazy what is going on with Jonathan Kuminga.
Right.
Where's the disconnect? What was going on with James Wiseman? Where's the disconnect?
We brought all of this up. We brought all of this up.
Exactly everything you said.
And that was the reason that I said that this should be it, because they had young players who haven't been developed. There's something not right there. There's something that doesn't make sense to me, and that's why
There's a disconnect.
There is. There's too many young players who have come through. Right.
Right. So I don't know, but you know how this works. Like it's almost like you build up Teflon. The more you win, one championship is one thing. Winning Coach of the Year is something else. Winning multiple, in this particular case, 4 championships.
Yep.
And I'm just talking about the way that the league generally works. The Chicago Bulls and that whole thing with Phil Jackson, that was an anomaly. That's
if you
that
remember, Michael Jordan said, if Phil comes back, I would consider coming back. And the first thing they said was,
guess you ain't coming back.
Tim Floyd is going to be the coach, and he's done.
That.
I know.
That shows how crazy that situation was. That situation was so crazy, they simply made a documentary about that alone.
No, it was crazy.
That's how wild that was. So with Steve Kerr, again, there is 100% a disconnect between him and some of the younger players. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is. But I also feel that when you win at that clip, as far as 4 championships, and making Golden State as relevant as they were for that long, quote-unquote dynasty, you should be able to leave on your own terms.
All right, well, we got to leave it there. AD, appreciate you as always, man.
AD, I'm gonna come on your show one day. I got to get on NBA radio, man.
Hey,
give me an
I'll
hour.
Tell you what, Rob, send me a text message and tell me when you want to come on, and I will get you on.
Let's get on. Let's do it.
Let's get it on.
I need more time than 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I'm
with you. As do I.
Yes,
let's do it, brother.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you, AD. Thank you so much. On the way, we got Shop Talk. See what Rob G's been cooking up. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Bad times in San Francisco. They're only going to get worse because Jimmy Butler, the Butler didn't do it. He did do it. He's hurt. He's going to be out. I'm just saying. Where are the Warriors?
They are up Blanks Creek without a paddle right now. Jimmy
that
Butler,
was a good show.
Yes, Jimmy Butler out for the season, torn ACL. At a best case scenario, he's back at the All-Star break next season. So it's not looking good for Golden State. In their first game without him, last night, they hosted the Toronto Raptors.
I took the L on that one, yeah.
Got blowed out. They ended up losing by 18 points. They committed 18 turnovers, led to 34 points for the Raptors.
They had more turnovers
than a bakery.
Thank you.
It was never close. And we all knew, even during this stretch, they played pretty well recently, that they weren't real contenders in the Western Conference. But now without Jimmy Butler, they may not even make the playoffs. That's how bad the rest of their team is outside of Steph Curry. So it leads to an obvious question, guys. If you're the Golden State Warriors and you got Steph Curry, even at his advanced age, still playing very, very well, he's an all-star starter for a reason, where do you go from here?
Well, what I do know, Rob, both of y'all Robs, is that Steph Curry ain't going nowhere. I understand, they're struggling. Steph Curry is going to retire a Warrior. It's going to be similar to Kobe Bryant, where it might not even make sense on paper. Like they're struggling, or he costs too much, or eventually maybe the talent isn't matching all of that. I think they're going to go down with the ship. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Steve Kerr. I think that unit has felt like we're all in this together. And dang it, we're going to give it our best. And if it don't work, it doesn't work. I don't think Draymond Green's going to play another 4 or 5 years. I think they're going to be like, when that run is over and they look at each other, it's going to be similar to The Last Dance, where Phil Jackson moved on, Mike retired, then he came back, obviously. Scottie Pippen moved on, and I think it's going to be a washing of the hands like that. I just think he means too much to that city, to that team, to that culture. And he strikes me as somebody who's not interested in going to Phoenix to do this, then going to Denver, then going to Miami, for the next 4 or 5 years. He doesn't strike me as that guy. I think he wants to retire with one team, retire like how Kobe Bryant, God bless the dead, did. I feel like that's what he wants on his resume, that I played my heart out for this one franchise. We won a bunch. We won 4 rings, went to 6 finals. And I I believe that's how this ultimately is going to end, Rob.
They don't owe him anything. They've paid him very handsomely, so they don't need to do anything. If he wants to stick around, I think there is something to. I always thought Tom Brady should have always only played for the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Derek Jeter only played for the Yankees. There's certain players.
Jeter.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not everybody, certain players, and Steph to me is one of those players. What is the point on going somewhere for 1 year? You really want to go to Charlotte? I'm not, or some other team to hook on with them with the possibility. It doesn't mean you guarantee anything. Just you only want to wear one uniform. He's won enough. There's nothing else to prove. You're going to do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing else for you. You're not going to catch Jordan. You're never going to be considered the greatest of all time.
Right.
There's none of that. You won. You won 4 championships, and you finally got the one without Kevin Durant, so people can leave you alone. So there's nothing to chase. Go out gracefully and go out as a warrior. I really believe that that's the way it should be for Steph and nothing else. And I don't feel like there should be any pressure that they should do whatever they can and all that. I don't believe in that. They've paid him a ton of money and been very good to Steph, and they went out and got Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? And they've gone out and they've tried so that he could play and be at least in a competitive circumstance. But that's enough. It's been a long career. And at some point, you got to give up the ghost. So I'm not doing anything extra. And I would ask him, do you want to play your entire career here? If he says yes, then we just roll on, and we'll make sure that happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up his contract here. Steph's under contract with them so he's through next year, 2026, 2027 year. He had one more. He had extension back in August 2024. So, yeah, I think.
I thought his hair was natural. Well, go ahead.
No. I didn't say he had extensions.
Oh,
he didn't have extension. No, he got an extension. I just can't see him, like I said, walking around in a Minnesota Timberwolves jersey. The only thing, if there was a small chance, is what you said. Him, because he loves Charlotte, it's where he's born and raised. We talked about his dad having his jersey up there. If he wanted to go to the home state, play for the Hornets for 1 year just to bring that kind of passion, love, and fun, fanfare, if you will, to the Hornets. Maybe I could see, not obviously necessarily
so that they could also give a statue or retire his number there in Charlotte too next to his dad.
So they can have somebody else and put his jersey in the rafters next to his dad.
Come and dance on our floor.
John Ritter.
I'll be zesty for you. There.
That has now become a drop.
I did not expect that.
There was music playing.
I mean, that's really funny. I'm just waiting for you to say no after that.
You know that this was a ripoff of a British show. Did you know that?
No, we do a lot of that, like The Office. We do The Office.
Yeah. It was a show called Man About the House was the name in England of this show, and then they brought it to the United States. That's how Three's Company.
John Ritter Jr. and his
his wife.
Yeah, they all came on the show, and great family. We had a long conversation about.
John Ritter was funny.
Yeah, they had a documentary. Right? They had a documentary and all that coming up. So it was a good family, great family. See, I couple Rob and Kelvin on a TV thing on Thursday.
I thought I wanted 227, but that's another story.
We still got like 3-4 more blocks where you can get that.
What?
If you miss any of today's show, you'll want to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast.
I want what I want.
You do.
That's why I'm not married.
That is exactly why you're not married.
That's why I'm not married.
The idea of compromise?
No, I'm admitting.
And I respect you for admitting.
I'm admitting why I'm not married, because I want what I want when I want it.
Can you imagine? He can't watch this. Hey, you guys want to see me make Rob Parker go crazy?
No.
All right, Rob Parker comes home. Hey, babe, it's All-Star Weekend coming up this weekend. Don't forget, I'm headed to this event. I'm headed to this event. But we got that thing with Mary and Bob. You can't go. You can't go to the All-Star festivities? You would snap.
Of course I would.
See?
Because
Rob
this
G
is
would
what
go,
I do.
I guess I ain't going.
No, Rob G wouldn't go. I
Hey,
get it.
Hey, K-Dub. I would say, yeah. He would say, can't make it.
But you guys, let's just be honest.
Okay. No, all right.
There's the zestiness.
No. I'm just, I want to say.
It's not where I thought it's
These
going.
two, not the zestiness.
No. What?
No,
go ahead and say it.
Henpecked.
Go ahead and say
You guys are henpecked, both of y'all.
You're thinking.
The wives run the household. And that's fine.
He's
I
married to
understand
a
that.
lawyer. She
that-
runs
no,
the show.
your wife.
This is the shop talk, by the way.
This is
Start there. Anybody can say whatever you want to shop
What
talk.
we're gonna do.
Yeah.
No, Rob G, your wife runs your house. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Your wife runs your house. Yes. It's okay.
No,
Rob
I'm going
G,
to answer
just-
this way.
and
Runs
a
the
lot of-
house in a day-to-day general manager style, yes. But if
Yeah.
you ask who's the head of the house, she would even agree. If you put her on the phone right now, she would say it's me.
Yeah, she wants you to feel good.
And
She's running it.
Listen, dang it, she's a wise woman. I got to have something.
She's running
Rob G.
it, and it's okay.
She
And
very much
and I'm just
runs the
saying,
house.
And I'm good just being honest.
Yeah.
And that is where we butted heads when I was married.
She was trying to run the house. You couldn't even imagine it.
You can't. I just
See, but you're mixing up compromise with the idea that, like, you have no say. There's plenty of things that go my way, or matter of fact, me sitting next to you right now,
If Rob
all
G,
the jobs I got,
could want to go somewhere. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
So David Justice was playing for Cleveland. He was
Yeah.
in Detroit.
Okay.
So I call her up. I say, after the game, I cover the game, we're going to go out and get some drinks. Well, wait a minute. You're married now, and she started into that, you should
don't
be
even
just
get-
coming
Yeah.
straight home, whatever. And, have you made a change in your life since you got married? And I said, you know what? I have. And that's what you don't understand. In the past, I would have gone out all 3 nights when David Justice was in town, and now I'm only going out 1 night. So did I make a change? Yes. But her first reaction was, you shouldn't go out at all. Now, that's not going to work for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I think you need to know.
And I'm just saying, Rob G, you tell me if I'm wrong. If your wife says, no, you're not going, you're not going. Am I right?
She doesn't really have to verbalize it because I already can
You
pick
could-
up on the nonverbal
That's what I'm
cues.
saying.
But yes.
But see, now what he's leaving out, okay.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not knocking you. You got happy marriages. You guys are married, kids.
Yes.
You're going to be married for 40 years. I'll be alone and dead and broken and all that.
No, Daddy, no.
But you
Did
guys
you put me in the wheel? No, Daddy, no, don't go. Listen, now, Rob G, first of all, I need you to have a little more backbone when we have these conversations.
He's being
I
honest.
got your back. No, hold on. I got you. See, what your misunderstanding
Watch,
is,
you see what I'm saying.
Rob
That's
G
why
knows
I'm
the
mad.
setup. You got to hit her with a jab before you get the hook. So we already dropping it throughout the week, doing a little extra stuff around the house,
Why
right?
can't you just
doing
say,
a little
I'm going
pickup,
out tonight?
doing a little this. So you say, let's get wings on a Wednesday. I know I ain't really what I want to do because I want to do the Saturday thing with David Justice. I'm ignoring the wings.
That's a good point.
Got to get the wings out. So then when I
No,
said
but I want
Saturday,
wings Wednesday and David Justice on
there's
Friday.
not what I'm talking about, that compromise. Buffalo Wild Wings going to have to wait so I can do the David Justice on Saturday. So I done set it all up. So, oh, shoot, don't forget, you remember DJ? Yeah, DJ, yeah, David Justice. Yeah, he got that thing on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. I've been working really hard around the house.
I didn't even have wings the other
Didn't even
day.
have wings. Yeah, you know, I ignore it. So she go, you know what? You have. You know what? You go enjoy, David, and y'all have fun. See, you got to set it up. Am I lying, Rob G?
No, you're right.
You got to set that. You can't just bust
There's
up
a lot
on
of
Saturday at
build-up and
noon.
compromise.
Hey, by the way, I'm going out
Rob
tonight.
G, I'm shocked. Rob G's going to San Francisco for the Super Bowl.
Oh, she ain't happy about it.
See?
Not that I'm
work.
going.
It's
not that
work.
I'm going. It's that she's gonna have 2 kids by herself. That's what she's upset.
Rob G, what can we do to
She's
to
a
help make them
mom.
happy?
She's got 2 kids. She can't take
You
care of
got
them.
it.
for a week.
Whoa!
What?
All right, she really gonna hate you, Rob.
Rob, caution.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game? That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please. I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Rock Rockets and the 76ers. Philadelphia is up right now 94-93. Still early in the fourth quarter. Joel Embiid with a double-double, 25 points and 12 rebounds. Kevin Durant, 27 points. Also early in the fourth quarter where the Nuggets are up on the Wizards 83-82. Early in the third quarter, the Warriors lead the Mavericks 58-55. Cooper Flagg, 11 points and 9 rebounds. And late in the second quarter, the Timberwolves lead the Bulls 55-53. Josh Giddey, who missed the last 11 games with a hamstring injury, has 13 points. Still to come, Lakers and Clippers. Kawhi Leonard will return to the Clippers lineup today after missing the last few games with knee contusion. That's going to tip off at 10 Eastern. In the NHL, the Bruins are shutting out the Golden Knights 4-0 after 2 periods. The Ravens have hired Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter to be their new head coach. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 here on The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise. That's right.
Preach!
For more than 40 years, TireRack.com has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And, of course, with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all the Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. They got a new show, right? We got a new show, Stu Gotts.
Yeah.
Hey, Stu Gotts.
Hey, Stu Gotts.
In the new and improved iHeart app, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app and stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart Radio app so that you'll always pop up at the top of the screen. So a lot to get going in this final hour, including last call, your chance to get in on something that maybe you didn't get in earlier. And I'm sure the Odd Mob has something to say about that little shop talk and about marriage and all that. And I said it off the air that if I could be married and happily married and have a kid, it would thrill me. I think that's a great thing if you're in the right situation. But being married and being unhappy is just not something I'm looking for.
Now, Dr. Love Doctor here. Are you opening yourself up to it?
No, I haven't for a long time, but
Man,
I would.
honesty, I was not
I'm being
prepared for
honest.
it.
I'm being honest.
That man said no, Miss Mary Mack, before I even got the question out.
Because I get it. You have to be open to
Yes.
it. Open means like you may have to make yourself available.
Yes.
I've been told, Rob, you send off I'm not available vibes.
So why is that?
I'm not interested in right now. I got things that I really want to accomplish in life. And maybe after I retire, I might.
So you're
be
that
more
guy
interested.
that the women
Yep.
make memes and gifs about. Once he all said and done, they show a picture of it's like an old decrepit man with a cane, like, baby, I'm ready.
I'm ready now. That'll
And
be
she
it.
like, I gotta get this version of you.
Yep.
The old and I'm giving you pills and I gotta bathe your version. That's what you want. That's why you're gonna try to find you. Boy, your will better be great. Hey, baby, here's everything that's gonna be yours. Just rock with your boy for a few more years.
Now, Rob G, they always look a reason to rip me, so I'm sure I'm getting ripped on. that.
Well, you know what bothers me is we've had, 2 hours now of great sports talk, right? And the things that people comment on the most have nothing to do with all the prep that we put in hours and hours.
No, but that's because
they didn't care about Jesse Minter. They didn't care about Steve Kerr. But and Rob being zesty and being a happily married man are two things that they are weighing in heavily.
All right,
what the streets talking about?
Culture Dat says, man, Rob's wife was needy, all caps. I thought that was disrespectful.
She was needy.
Now ask him, what's his name?
Culture Dat.
Culture Dat, are you married? Because I think if he isn't, I would argue, Rob G, you can attest, Rob's wife ain't far from a lot of wives.
Right.
So, I'm like, Rob, is culture.
Why can't Rob be the problem? Why she got to be the problem?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
God forbid a woman, has a safe space in her husband.
Now, how many jobs did you have at that time?
I had 3, but I had.
Okay, so hold on. You had 3 jobs and you want to be out with David Justice all night?
One night a week. One night when he's in town. It was
Wait,
just
one night is a hanging out. How many but other nights were you out? Oh, I got to cover the Pistons. I got to cover the Tigers.
But I was working.
But how many you took those jobs knowingly, right?
No. When we
You're not even writing tonight. You're right, but I got to go to the
But I got to go to that. That's a you.
That's what Rob G. That's what I used to
I
get.
know.
She was like, "You don't have a column tomorrow, do you?" And I was like, "What? I could get stories or information. I need to go to the game." But my point is, and even my late mom said this. She said, when she dated you, you had 3 jobs, and it wasn't an issue when she dated you, and now you're married, and now it's an issue. And that is the point. It's different.
Can I ask you a question?
It's different if I was a banker working 9 to 5,
Right.
and then
I'll give you that.
we get married, I got 3 jobs.
Were you a mama's boy?
I love my mom.
Okay.
No, I didn't say you love her. I know you love her.
Yeah.
I feel the love from you.
Yeah.
But were you a mama's boy?
No. I wouldn't call myself a mama's boy.
All right. But she was team you for sure, right?
My mom, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because every time you get to talking about mama, it's always like my baby. Like, well, baby, you know you ain't do nothing wrong. Well, baby, you know what? She got to step her game up, baby. Baby, you know what I would have been. I understand.
I told you before, my mom was like, I can't believe you cook and wash clothes.
Listen, look at that.
Yeah,
look how low the bar was.
Okay, go ahead.
Rob G, the man cooking.
When you guys were married, like I'm guessing, or when you guys were dating, you guys were living together or no?
Yeah, we lived together, and then we were engaged, right? And then we got married. Yeah, we lived together, so it wasn't like it was like this. Oh my God, shock!
Right.
But we were married. We were together for 7 years.
But she thought there were going to be some changes, like now that we're together.
Yes.
She
wanted me to quit my radio show.
And Rob hit her with the magic.
I ain't changing.
Here's some more. The Hobo Man says, "Man, we already knew you were selfish, Rob."
Why I gotta be selfish? Because I want to be happy. Is that selfish?
Well, part of being happy means sometimes you got to sacrifice and do. Much as we talking, Rob G, as much as we're talking about marriage, boy, well, he would have really been crazy when the kids came.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think some marriage? Have some Rugrats.
T3 and D says Rob be on that Shannon Sharp.
I ain't paying nobody $20 million.
Michelle, let me see. Let me see your phone. See if it's a Michelle.
And then this one, we'll end it with this one's a nice one. Jeff says, segments like this are why this is my favorite show.
Shout out to Jeff. Was that Jeff you said?
Yes.
Shout out to Jeff.
Monty, have the last word on this.
I have one question.
Sure.
Before you got married, was there a discussion of how things would change once you got married?
No. There was no discussion. This was my life, right? Mm-hmm. She had a regular 9 to 5, which I understood. But you can't get married to a guy who has a radio show and be mad every night when I'm leaving the house to go to my show.
Monty,
that's my job.
When you were married, did you get the radio show later or in marriage? Like, did you?
No, I had the radio show.
You had the radio?
But the difference was she wasn't there every night. You know what I mean? Like at that time when we first started dating. So
it didn't affect her. She was at her spot.
Me leaving every night wasn't. It was just like, oh, we would see each other earlier or later or something like that. So it really wasn't an issue. But that became an issue.
Come and go as you please. And I completely understand that. And actually, I respect that. That's why you don't want to get married. Because I'm telling you now, you ain't coming and going as you please.
No, I know that.
You married and don't have kids. Because you will come home. How many Magic Johnson passes did you get when your baby was a baby? Your first one, Rob G. No look. As soon as you open the door, bam, threw a kid at you. Drew got in the house and she took off. Because he was tired of that kid and now multiple kids.
I get it.
You wouldn't be able to have. You walked in the door. And you couldn't even get to your barbecue wings yet. First thing you get is like, in your
he would
chest.
be feeding his 1-year-old wings.
Yeah, you would be doing that.
That's what it would be. He would have just
He's got teeth.
He's fine.
Yeah.
They're mild.
Rob Parker, I'm going to end it on this.
Is crazy.
I love that you know you and what you aren't ready for because I truly respect that.
I wish
like,
more
I'm
people
dead
were
serious.
like that.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
More
I respect
people
that.
should be like Rob,
and
that know exactly.
And that's what I feel like. I don't want to string anybody along. I'm not going to, tell you what you want to hear or acquiesce to that, knowing that that's not really what I want. Mm-hmm. So I just think I'm trying to be as honest as possible. I've built this life that I'm very happy in, and I still can hold on to one thing that a lot of guys can't hold on to. I was madly in love and married a woman I was deeply, deeply in love with. So I know what love feels like. So the other stuff, it's cool, it's nice. Yeah. I know what it really feels like. For a lot of guys, I don't think they ever have that feeling. And that's the one that's tough if you've never really been madly in love with somebody. And that's what I have. So everything else doesn't feel the same.
That's actually sweet.
I'm 62, Monty. I'm going to say this. Mary, my wife, The only woman I ever said I love you to. The only woman. And I say that because, like, not your mother, your sister. I'm talking about like you're dating somebody. Yeah. Most people in life have said that to 10 women or whatever, guys. You know what I mean? One is still her to this day.
I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, men my age are throwing it out like candy.
Right, that's what
I'm.
But it's not
like candy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. If I was her, I'd be trying to get that old thing back the way you just said.
No,
that.
I'm just
for real.
Don't ever.
You should spin the block.
I ain't gonna
We've
lie.
been divorced for 20 years.
So,
Hey, and people have done that. I read a whole thing on Threads about people's parents who were still cordial for 20 years, and then next thing you know, they went to a funeral together, and they was holding each other up. Now they back together.
But I'm just saying that's the
you
reason.
had love. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the reason why I think it's easier to live this life.
Rob, I think hear me out, my last point. There's a 45-year-old woman. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. There's a 38-year-old woman. You're right.
That's more
There's
like
a 35-year-old woman who is busy.
32.
She's doing her thing. She's popping. She's got it going on. And she, too, doesn't want to always have to be home. Doesn't always up on here. I don't want to have to cook all the time. But she does want a companion to build a life with and, kind of partnering. And I think that's you can't get the we're going to do when we started at 2022 and now.
Right.
No, I think you need one who is got her thing going and building an empire, but she wants to be able to go to the show, the premiere of this, meet up here, do that, love up on, and still be. That's what you need.
It's out there.
You need let's get them on Bumble.
I got you.
Get them on Bumble.
Top of the line right there, Zesty. Boom. That's how we're gonna get a new date.
We ended it with we were right there, Monty.
So close.
We were right. I was Chuck Woolery Love Connection.
We've got it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's something that
Wait, lower your voice. You sound like Cat.
No. It's something that like has and you talked about it.
What did I say?
About open your heart.
Yeah, I already can tell you. I said you already like this.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was saying about the whole thing about.
I see it.
About saying it to this one person, being madly in love with that person, and then it doesn't work out. And I did. I changed. I shut down.
Rob.
No, but I.
It's like the Grinch.
You know what the best?
I did.
Who just said that?
He's like the Grinch.
You just need a little. What was her name? The little Who girl.
Cindy Lou Who.
You need Cindy Lou Who
Yep.
to open up you.
Is she Asian? Oh, I'm just.
Bro, come on.
Caution, Rob. You know what, too?
All right.
And you know what, too?
Look at Monty's done.
Hey, Rob
I mean,
G.
we can find one.
Rob
Rob.
G.
I'm
Remember
just
I
saying.
said this. After he goes to Magic City in Atlanta, it's good because, just let him have that night. It's going to be in Atlanta circa August, whatever, this year. He's going to meet her. It's a bunch of sisters out there in Atlanta. You're going to meet her in Atlanta. Y'all remember this day I told you. This summer, he's going to be svelte.
What's that?
Felt.
I mean, clock it.
Clock it. That's,
We're clocking
that's
it.
clock
No,
it.
you don't do pointer. It's middle finger.
I mean, I almost stuck my middle finger. Don't be calling me
don't
telling
do
me
that. I'm
to
just
do.
telling you, it's a middle finger and thumb.
What?
Right.
It looks like the chicken
Not
dance.
glam.
No, is this
No.
the chicken dance?
No.
Clock it. It's everybody.
You Charlie Chaplin age.
Wow.
Go ahead and get a little bit.
And then the talkies came, and I was out of business. All right.
We got you. All right. That was what a wonderful. Ben Roethlisberger, who?
We'll do that coming up. No, that's coming up next.
I don't want to talk about that no more.
Yes.
Fox
That was
Sports
like
Radio.
our OG shop talk.
That was extended extra hours.
All
Shop
right.
talk. It's Fox Sports Radio.
And you know me, I'm not into glazing everybody or think everybody criticizes me, says that
No,
I'm
you
harsh on
are the
everything.
ultimate glazer.
Okay, I'm
just
not.
for your few.
No, I don't glaze.
Now, 97% of the humans ain't getting nothing. But them that 3%, you are Krispy Kreme glaze. you are Dunkin' Donuts glaze, Tim Hortons glaze.
I got any in my beard?
You are Brandy's Donuts glaze. Sponsor, who else got glazed donuts? Only I'll give it to you. 97% getting the smoke. But that 3%,
Caleb,
you're drinking bathwater, as you once said.
I only drank Aaron Rodgers bathwater once.
That's
That
it.
was
One time. He was
Okay.
like, Rob, relax.
Right. Caleb Williams, without question, is the most exciting player in sports today.
Hold up.
It ain't even close. I don't want to hear about Ohtani. I don't want to hear about Wemby.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about any Judge. I don't want to hear about.
You cheating in these streets? You cheating on Boo?
Hold up. I don't want to hear about anybody else.
I don't even know who you are right now.
Because what I've witnessed and watched the last few weeks is like must see. No matter where the game is, you're like, you better not turn off the game or think Caleb can't get it done. Like, I haven't seen that. Kelvin, you would have to show me, even in Ohtani, let's just say Ohtani, all the great stuff he's done.
Mm-hmm.
A moment like that, I can't. Not only does he have one of those, he has two of those back-to-back weeks and 3 in the last 4 weeks. You know, the Green Bay win at the end of the year at home, that one. I have not seen hard-stopping play from a guy who can make those throws. Everybody, and what an overused term is special. Oh, he's special. You know, you hear that a lot from analysts, people, whatever.
No, his talent is special.
And that's what he has. But I'm just saying, you would have to give me somebody else.
You know who I said next to you?
Who's must see TV in sports as an athlete doing stuff that you can't believe is being done.
All right. So you are definitely a prisoner of the moment. And the last time the moment was like this, I was sitting right next to you when Tyrese Halliburton went on a buzzing beater run that we've never seen before. And it was just, next game, he kept, it was the most one of the more remarkable runs in sport of buzzer beaters and big shots that we had seen in quite some time. So there was that. Secondly, while talent, like pure ability, as we mentioned, special talent, I don't think anybody can deny that about Caleb Williams. I do think Caleb Williams has a tendency to be the guy who can ace the test but doesn't do the homework. And I think that's why I can't give it to you in that he and or Ben Johnson or just a team put themselves in a hole so often that I almost like, why am I giving you a reward for always having to crawl out of it?
Because everybody can't do that.
I don't disagree.
And that's what makes him must see, is that it's one thing every once in a while you'll throw up a basket or you'll hit a home run in the bottom of the night. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there are players who have had great moments. We know that Miguel Rojas to win the World Series, tie the World Series game for the Dodgers in the 9th inning with 1 out. I mean, incredible moment, okay? So those things happen. But to do it on this basis where you see the reaction, people, how many times do you think, oh, my God, has been screamed in Chicago in somebody's house or
probably more
bar?
Since 1985 or maybe 98 with Jordan in his last run with the Bulls.
Am I right? Like the idea, oh, my God, isn't this like you won? You can't believe what you just saw. That's the difference.
I'll give you that.
You can't believe it. Like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Ian,
you can't believe it.
Here's why. So I hear you, and I think he's climbing the charts, almost like a hot song that came up and is climbing up the Billboard charts.
You mean like I'm a believer?
Yes. And then you're lucky Monty in there. Or maybe we're lucky. Ian, I hear what he's saying. I still don't think it surpasses Ohtani.
Easily.
And I still don't think
Give me Ohtani's moment like that. Seriously, give me one. You don't have one.
Well, him pitching, 7 shutout innings?
No, 6.
6 shutout innings? That's up there. Him hitting major, huge home runs in 2 different rounds in the postseason this year.
There's no...
He doesn't have a Game 7 in the World Series.
That's what we're talking about.
But that...
A place like home.
This show 227.
All right, big finish. Let it play.
Cause
there's no place like home.
Your family around you, you're never alone.
You're so off key, Kelvin.
Here we
go. I'm not going her octave. Ain't
no place like.
You supposed to sing that.
No place
like. You better believe
it. There's ain't no place like. There's no place like home.
Boom, 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 boom.
No place, child.
Boom.
All right.
There
TV theme song Thursday.
Oh, yeah, 227.
Yes.
That is so funny. You're right. Nobody ever came to me. Hey, man, can you turn to Channel 5? 227 is on.
Yeah, I want to watch 227. Like, that show was 227, right?
That is really funny. I would have been like, hold on now. 227 is crazy. All right. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV Things on Thursday. Shout out to Miss Mary Matt getting it in there. All right. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. Elijah's working hard on there. Shout out to Rob G for reading some of the comments from the Odd Mob YouTubians. When you get there, Odd Couple FSR. Search that, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciated as always. Give us a thumbs up, and we appreciate. Can we say thumbs up? I'm scared. I don't know. Thumbs up. I'm nervous.
Yes. Just don't do it around me.
All right. Yeah. Well, look, the Knicks ain't been right since, according to you. So go do it. We appreciate it. All right, Rob G. Ben Roethlisberger, he's been very vocal, obviously. It's post-career, talking a lot, doing shows, podcasts and whatnot. And he had some things to say about how to start a team.
Yeah, he had something to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, they're going through it right now. They don't got a head coach. As far as we know, they've got a quarterback. And so there's a lot of conversation around them and what they should do to kind of jumpstart that organization again. And what he said about this current Steelers situation, I think applies to a lot of teams in the NFL. Take a listen.
I would not draft a quarterback for at least 2 to 3 years. That's just my opinion. The issue that I see with a lot of teams is they get a quarterback and they try and build around that quarterback. I think it should be the other way around. I think you should build a team and put your quarterback in it. It happened to me. I had a great football team. They plugged me in. We had a veteran group. It works. It works better than trying to grab a quarterback and be okay, we're going to build around this quarterback, because then it's going to take you 4 or 5 years to build around that quarterback. He's probably going to look like poo up to it, and then you're like, is he really our guy? Is he not our guy?
That's the key part for me, Rob G, that last part right there. Well, I think if we all got to heaven and we could like replay life and be like, what would have been like if this, option A, or what would have been like if I went down this? How many quarterbacks aren't as bad as we thought they were? I'm not saying everybody. There clearly some people just aren't good. They maxed out in college. They peaked and all that. But there's some that I just wonder, they weren't as bad as the situation they were in. Sam Darnold being an example, right? Not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but he looks like a quality quarterback for the next handful of years, right? Baker Mayfield in some situations. Bryce Young. You know, if Bryce Young were to go and be somewhere else, well, we all of a sudden go, man, Bryce Young actually pretty good. Like, he was a Heisman winner. He was good in college, has peaks and periods where he's good now. And I look at that to Ben Roethlisberger's point. He was fortunate enough to come into a situation, defense great, running game great. You had Jerome Bettis, you have Fast Willie Parker, you have receivers, you have a veteran presence, you got a good coach and Bill Cowher. Like, he walked right into a good situation. Russell Wilson walked right in, Legion of Boom, beast mode, running backs, you got receivers. You walk in, and all we need you to be quality. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. Like, we knew, okay, he could play a little bit. Obviously, I saw him at Michigan. You get in a good situation, Bledsoe goes down, you get in. And I'm just wondering, I'm more of his alignment of, or thought process of building a team, establishing a team. We got a team. We have what we are. We have an identity. I like where we're going. We got a guy come in, and he's going to be able to grow with us and be good with us, versus just trying to go get a number 1 pick, and your team is trash. Your foundation is trash. Your coaches are trash, and you're scrambling. You don't know what you're doing, and it's wash, rinse, repeat over and over and over. I much rather build up, and you see how the Ravens have been able to do that over the years. You see the Patriots, now they're right back. They've been doing, and look at the teams in the Final Four right now of the NFL.
Yeah, the Rams. Go ahead, tell me. Rams?
I'm glad you said that. That's exactly what the Rams did.
Yeah, okay.
Want to tell you how?
Yeah,
the Rams did that. They built a team, and they had Jared Goff in there. They go to the Super Bowl, they lose. You know what they did? They had a team and establishment. They get Matthew Stafford, and they're right back there.
Now,
and they're
this
able
whole
to
argument by you and Ben Roethlisberger is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Tell us how.
Okay, because most teams, and we talk about NFL Sunday all the time, that if you don't have a quarterback, your season's over and you don't matter. And you could talk about build your defense first. The freaking New York Jets built the number 5 defense, and then they added their quarterback. What did it get them? Nothing, because they didn't have the right quarterback. So they had a good defense, and they did exactly what he said. The Texans aren't going to the championship round or have a chance at the Super Bowl. You know why? Because they didn't have quarterback play. They built a defense, okay? They had a quarterback. So and you can sit here and handpick a couple situations and say, yeah, you should do it this way. If you do not have a quarterback, I don't care about your defense. I don't care about your special teams. I don't care about your coach. You will not win most times. The teams that have won, and we talk about the Ravens and some of those with the all-time great defenses and a quarterback that doesn't hurt you, but not a superstar quarterback, they have won. There are different ways of building teams, but without a quarterback, Joe Burrow just showed up. He played 8 games his first year. Did anybody think that, Rob G, I'll ask you, did you think the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl when Joe Burrow showed up? Do you remember everybody told him what? Don't go there. Don't go to the Bengals. He went anyway, and guess what? He changed everything overnight, and he played 8 games his rookie year, went to the Super Bowl the next year. So I'm just telling you said it ain't just
the
one
Bengals
way.
ain't did nothing since, and they look terrible because they don't have an established
you
thing.
Answer me the Jets. Answer me the Jets.
Which Jets are you talking about? Are you talking about the Mark Sanchez Jets? What
no, I'm talking about the Jets that built that defense when they went and who was it? Zach Wilson with Robert Sala. They had a number 5 defense. So their team was built. You knew what they were, just like you just said. They didn't do anything, is what I'm saying, because they didn't have a quarterback. They did not.
Right. So going back to what I'm saying, I can give you example of a guy against you. Let's go to Ben Roethlisberger, where you don't know what he's going to be. Let's not act like he was the guy coming in where we're like, that's the Don Dada. That's the guy we've been waiting for, this quarterback guru.
You didn't know what Joe Burrow was going to be when he got to Cincinnati. You didn't.
Well, Joe Burrow was a Heisman winner with one of the greatest
but
seasons
you did
of all
not
time.
know that
so
they
my
were,
point is
you
there's
knew
an
they were going to the Super Bowl?
No, what I'm saying is there's an
that's my
expectation
point.
from him. And what we have seen, including Tom Brady, is teams that have been able to become very good and thrive with guys that we didn't expect. Russell Wilson was a 3rd-round pick. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. Patrick Mahomes was a 2nd or 3rd-round pick. So the guys who've actually had the sustained success were not the Don Dadas. They were not the guys you expected with. If you look at the last 20, 25 years of football, the guys who had the long sustained success are those teams that had those 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Peyton Manning, it doesn't count.
No, Peyton Manning is a top 5 quarterback of all time. So what I'm saying is we've seen the Ravens had a handful of good years to be good. They had Joe Flacco. What I'm saying is I'd rather build a team
I disagree
and
with
get
this.
a guy. And that's fine.
Without a quarterback in this man's league, you don't have a team.
Is Bo Nix a quarterback?
Yeah, he makes the play.
So don't act like you was a Bo Nix guy. You don't even like Sam Darnold.
He don't have to be a top.
You don't even like Sam Darnold.
No, but my point is this idea that's the way. I'm giving you the best example, which was the Jets. I'm giving you the Texans.
And
they had a Super Bowl. They had a Super Bowl defense, and guess where they're going? They're home. They're home already. They built their defense. You know what they were? The Denver Broncos.
That's my point. They built a great team, and now they have a quarterback that is able to play his position with that team. Bo Nix ain't been amazing. He's been able to make plays. You look at Seattle, they even had Geno Smith looking all right. Because
they didn't do
built
nothing with Geno Smith. Come on, and Geno Smith had the best completion ratio. He had an unbelievable year that one year.
That's my point. They had a good team around him. That's exactly my point.
It doesn't. Without a quarterback in the NFL, you ain't got nothing, man.
Geno Smith leaves, and then they go get Sam McDonald, you call him, and they mess around and go have an amazing season, and they're the Super Bowl odds win the favorite. So my point is,
I believe it when I see it.
The last 25, 30 years, the guys who had the sustained success of the last 25 years, Patrick Mahomes,
I need more than that.
I just gave you 30 years of football.
How much more you want?
Tom Brady,
you can't even
Patrick
name
Mahomes,
quarterbacks from 30 years ago. Stop it with the 30 years.
I can literally sit up here all day and
okay,
name 30 to the quarterbacks.
I can't.
And that's exactly my point. Tom Brady,
I want a quarterback. I want my quarterback. Give me my quarterback.
Russell Wilson, 3rd round.
I need a quarterback.
The guys who had the most been in one of the most Super Bowls.
I'm not
guys
trying to win 10 championships.
The guy.
I need to win one. People
I ain't listening to you because you want to be in 20 Hall of Fames. Stop it. You don't want just one. You want them all.
I don't want to be in 20 Hall of Fames.
Yes, you're right. My bad. 30. Stop it. One Super Bowl.
877-99 on Fox.
Build me a team, dang it. That's what I want right now. I'm going over here to get these number 1 picks, Tim Couches in the world, and I ain't doing nothing with them. 877-99 on Fox. We'll do some calls.
Quarterback first or build like the Jets, their defense, and go nowhere.
Why you keep bringing up the Jets?
Because that's you say they went and got their quarterback last. They had a defense.
Then everybody, and I can literally sit up here and tell you. Seattle
Terrible.
got the guy who wasn't nobody wanted. The Pats
quarterback.
rebuilt. Now all of a sudden they look like they're going to be in the Super Bowl again.
Are you
the
sure?
The Broncos got the it's either them or the Broncos. Both of them prove my point.
You know your NFL picks are
One
bad.
of them
You know
prove
your
my
NFL
point.
picks are pretty bad.
I guarantee you the Broncos or the Pats.
Four road teams in the NFL playoffs.
I guarantee you the
Four
Broncos
road teams.
or Pats.
You said when you picked 4 home teams, we're probably going to go 2-2.
I ain't listening to him, Rob G. I ain't listening to him.
I know I wasn't going 0-4. I'll tell you that.
I ain't
say that.
I guarantee you the Pats or Broncos will be in the Super Bowl.
Real quick before we get to Monty, you know what's funny about this topic is I was trying to find something that would illustrate one of these guys is going to be right. In the last 4 years, not counting this year, the AFC proves Rob's point. It's Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar. That's it. Last 4 years. The NFC proves Kelvin's point. Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Jimmy G, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels. Had great teams, and they kind of dropped in a quarterback later.
And I would
so it's
argue,
like y'all both right.
No, I would argue I'm still right with the AFC because you name in 6th round and 3rd round quarterbacks.
Who's the 6th round quarterback?
Well, you didn't name Tom Brady last
year.
year.
I said the last 4 years. He said the last
Mahomes,
4 years.
Allen, Lamar, Burrow.
Thank you.
That's it.
Top
and Josh Allen was at Wyoming. Don't act like he was at Texas. All right, Monty Bolaños right now. What's trending? What you looking at, Monty? You looking at something serious over there?
No, it's been a really fun game between the Rockets and the 76ers.
It won't end every time I look up. Rob, move your bag so I can see the score.
They're in overtime right now. This is the 4th time in the last 7 meetings between these two teams that they've gone to overtime. In regulation, there were 9 ties, 11 lead changes. So right now, with about 90 seconds to go in overtime, the 76ers are leading the Rockets 122-120. Joel Embiid, vintage Joel, 32 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists. Kevin Durant, 34 points and 7 rebounds. So I'll keep you guys updated on this one. 76ers just got up 124-120. Early in the 4th quarter, the Warriors now lead the Mavericks 92-89. Steph Curry doing what he can for the Warriors. He's got 26 points. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, the Timberwolves lead the Bulls 72-71. Julius Randle, 19 points for Minnesota. Josh Giddey, 18 points for Chicago. Late in the 1st quarter, and the Jazz are up on the Spurs 27-26. Still to come, the Lakers and the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard back on the lineup for the Clippers. He's been dealing with knee contusion and has missed the last couple of games. The Hornets rolled past the Magic already 124-97, and the Nuggets defeated the Wizards 107-97. When it comes to the NFL, the Ravens found their new head coach. It's Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and it's a 5-year deal. While the Bills interviewed former Giants head coach Brian Daboll and Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo for their head coaching vacancy. The Cowboys are close to hiring a 34-year-old Christian Parker to be their defensive coordinator. Parker was a defensive backs coach and passing game coordinator with the Eagles. In baseball, the Rangers acquired pitcher Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals for 5 prospects. In the NHL, the Bruins right now lead the Golden Knights 4-2 late in the 3rd period, just like the Sabres and the Canadiens. Sabres are up 3-2. Blackhawks and the Hurricanes down to the final minute of the 3rd period. They're tied at 3 apiece. The Blue Jackets lead the Stars 1-0 with 1 minute to go in the 3rd period. And in soccer news, Trinity Rodman has signed a 3-year contract with the Washington Spirit. Yeah, average annual value of $1 million makes her the highest paid women's footballer in the world.
You better get it,
and her boyfriend Ben Shelton won his match at the Australian Open last night.
Listen, when you win, you win.
You win all over the place. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do?
Monty, thank you.
Jess.
Have a wonderful night. It's
You
the
too.
Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. I went back in time. On a TV Thinks on Thursday. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it ain't. Switch to life-changing, wet extra large flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. It's available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. All right, let's take some phone calls. To quarterback or to not, to build a team, then get a quarterback, or to just get the guy. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing?
Yo,
Thanks
yo.
for taking the call. TV theme show Thursday. Glad to be with you. Listen, we learned from Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come. You got to build it out around. You got to build out your roster first. You got to get that defense. You got to get your O-line right. You build the
Yeah, the Jets did that. How'd that work out for them?
Sure, because they had, who we thought was the Mormon Mahomes, and when he stepped into Broadway, he wasn't ready for prime time. My point of fact is, you're not getting a Joe Burrow in every draft. You're not getting these Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, but look at the Texans. They built their defense. Where are they tonight? Where are they?
And
Dre?
they got a crowd
No,
to
hold
be
on.
added
I
every
want
year. Go
Dre.
ahead.
Where are they?
Dre, don't give in. Fight back, Dre.
Texans last time.
Where are
they
they?
on Cancun?
Yeah.
The Texans are gone fishing.
Okay, so that's my
Come on,
point.
Dre. You ain't
Dre,
fighting
you
back,
need a
Dre.
quarterback, Dre. Half of the league needs quarterbacks. Stop it. You know that.
I'm so mad at these callers. They be letting you get away with murder. Because what Dre was supposed to say is, and they got a crack chance to be right back at it if all C.J. Stroud got to do is have 8 turnovers, not 10.
All right,
they got a
all right,
chance.
Dan Orlovsky, you want to apologize?
What was that about, Dan? What was that?
No.
Boy, who?
That's a tease for later. We're going to do that in the last part of the show. All right, John in Atlanta, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
Hey, Robert, Kelvin, love your show.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
I have 2 points. Number one, I think listeners need to understand the importance. Tennessee Titans are back in the cut by hiring Kelly Savalas back on the head coaching scene. Number two,
That's funny.
I want to make sure that Rob knows I asked Mary Mack out on her date again, and she still doesn't date white guys.
Oh,
Come on, Miss Mary. It's 2026. Come on, Miss Mary.
I wasn't
Give him a
even
shot.
listening. Hold on, what they
Give him a
say?
shot. He said you need some white chocolate in your life. That's what I heard.
Hell nah.
That's what I heard.
Just kidding.
All right.
James in Detroit, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports
She gonna
Radio.
get a
What's
dude
up,
named
James?
Chris Dombrowski, watch.
What up, Rob and Kelvin?
Yo, yo.
Rob, you got to build a team. You can have the baddest quarterback in the world.
You could have the
ain't got
baddest defense. All the
Let me
defenses.
finish, Rob. Let me finish, Rob. Let me finish, Rob. You're going to need some running backs. You're going to need some receivers. You're going to need the defense. You need the quarterback needs everybody to help him. Everybody. He could be the baddest one in town. If he ain't got no receivers, he ain't got no running
So the
game,
Lions
he ain't got
built
no
their
defense.
team. What Super Bowl have the Lions been to?
Hey, the Lions got to the
Who's
NFC
talking about the-
Championship.
who's
and
talking
they
No,
about
I'm
won
asking
13-2.
you. They built their team, right?
They right there.
He's talking about the Lions.
I'm asking you.
In general, there's only one team going to win the Super Bowl, Rob.
It doesn't
Everybody's
matter.
gonna
But
be
you
at
can't.
home.
Rob G
All
just
the
told you
States
the
only
AFC
win.
teams. Come on, man. You know that. You need a quarterback in this league. If you don't have a quarterback, you're automatically out of the Super Bowl challenge. Automatically. Is that not true, James?
James, fight back. I don't know if James here or not. I'm tired of them not fighting back with you. I don't know
They
why they
won't
act
fight
like
back.
No, they be acting like you be saying, "Oh, you right?" No, he ain't right. Fight back. Say it with your chest, James. Come on.
Dre in Michigan, you're on the Odd
I
Couple
know
Fox
Dre gonna
Sports
say
Radio.
something. Talk that talk, Dre.
What's up, Dre?
What up, though, fellas? Hey,
What up,
before I
though?
get to my point, I meant to call 2 weeks ago, Rob. Congratulations on the 40 and another Hall of Fame. I don't know how many you trying to stick around to get, man. Good Lord.
Man, you know what? It's a blessing.
Oh,
And
okay.
Dre,
All
I
right, we
appreciate
got it. Get to the
All
call,
right.
Dre.
Hey, no. Hey, but I've been rocking with Rob for almost 30 years. When
Yes.
he was I'm telling you, I've been for a long time when he used to hang at the Zoo Bar. But anyway.
Oh, snap the Zoo Bar.
Yes, the Zoo Bar.
Yeah.
In
Yo.
Detroit.
The Zoo Bar.
Yeah.
How
but,
far you go back? Was you in the River Rock?
No, I used River Rock. I used to go back when it was Legends.
Legends,
Legends,
River Rock Club
yes.
2000.
Yep.
Yeah. Captain,
Music
all them
Cafe
joints.
across the Don Cherries. Boy, I tell you
Yes,
what a
sir.
time
Yes,
was
sir.
had.
But I actually agree with Kelvin on this point, and this is why. Ben Roethlisberger didn't say don't get a quarterback. He said don't draft a quarterback. And I actually think that's kind of smart because if you draft your quarterback first and then you try to build your team, but within 3 years, you got to extend him. Now
Yeah.
you're eating up most of your cap.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
So
you
the-
want to keep saying
so
about the Jets.
So the Super
You wanna
Bowls,
bring-
the Super Bowls that the Giants got, because you know what, that was a mistake taking Eli Manning. That was a mistake.
You just gave me a great example about that team. That wasn't Eli.
Two things can be true. But also you keep bringing up the Jets. But what about the Seattle Seahawks currently right now?
What about the Texans? Who had a better defense? What about the Texans?
And that's why they were in this thing. And that's why they won 9 straight.
Seattle had
Why did the Texans not win? Because their defense wasn't good? Why did they not win?
Listen, just because they quarterback.
Oh, okay. Because the quarterback play wasn't good.
Why did Buffalo lose?
Because the quarterback play wasn't well. But Buffalo lost because their quarterback didn't play well.
Don't be butting me.
No, I said that.
No, don't be butting me over here, stuttering Stanley. Now, who next?
We'll squeeze one more in, man. People, MJ in New Orleans. Everybody say, Rob, why you take calls and then if they don't agree with you?
I'll be mad. You know MJ gonna fight back. People don't be wanting to fight back with you. That's what I get mad
from
about.
New Orleans. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
You right, Rob. You right. Okay.
What's going on to the Bengay brothers, man? Rob, you're a little feisty and zesty over there, man. What's going on?
I am not zesty. Stop using that word around me. I am not zesty.
I'm crying, yo.
I used Zest soap this morning. That was it.
You're a little dry then.
Okay, Zaddy. Rob, check this out.
You know what? I'm going to send you some dude wipes if you keep it up.
Hey, that's actually a Can we get some first?
Hey, man. I already have the extra larges. Hey, man, but look. Peyton Manning is not walking through that door. John Elway's not walking through that door. You have to build an organization nowadays like OKC did. You just got to try to get
Okay, so that's why the Texans are in the Super Bowl, has a chance for Super Bowl this Sunday?
We're not. Wait, Rob. You're not going to sum me with like you've been doing these other things. No.
Tell him, MJ. Fight back.
They had the defense, but the offense just didn't come to the party. So, no, you have to build your team similar to what Sam Presti did with OKC. You can't just go for super quarterback, and you can't just go for super defense. You have to build it together.
No doubt. And that's what the Steelers had with Ben Roethlisberger. Running game, receivers on the side out, and a defense, and he came in and just played quality football. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the call. It's last call, 877-99 on Fox. We'll get one more in on the Odd Couple. And then also, Dan Orlovsky did something. You won with it?
No, it's just another example of why sports debate TV shows have been ruined.
Well, let's tell you what he did next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
My buddy Mike Springer, a longtime friend of mine, we're on a group text, and he swore up and down. I tried to tell him that if the Bills didn't win the game, Sean McDermott would get fired. You crazy, Sean McDermott. Oh, my God, look at what the Bills did. We talked about it. The path that they had, everything, no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar, right? And then the other quarterbacks who were there in the way, they were all beatable so that the Bills could, if not now, win. If not now, win. And they turned in a stinker. 9 years is enough. I know a lot of people in NFL America woke up and they were shocked. I was not shocked. I called for this guy's job last January when they lost. Last year. The Bill 9 years. It ain't enough. You got to get it done. You can't. And I'm going to tell you, when I knew if they didn't win that game, when it was all over. At the end of the half, when they have no timeouts, a little bit of time, and he fumbles at the 32 or whatever it was there with 2 seconds left. They gave up 3 points that were playing hero ball. What was the plan there? That's where the coach has to step in and say, kneel down. Kneel down. Don't turn the ball over. We can't give up points. Instead, they turn the ball over, give up points, and that wind up costing them. They would have been up by 3. They probably would have won the game. Didn't have to go to overtime, and that whole thing. And that's when I was like, this is coaching. And I know, Josh Allen, terrible game.
Mm-hmm.
More turnovers than a bakery. That was the theme of the weekend.
Well, someone else had an even bigger bakery.
Exactly. We talked about him as well, and we'll get to that. But I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. It's justified, and I keep saying it. We said this before, that there will be hell to pay if they didn't make the run to the Super. They had to get to the Super Bowl. And I am not surprised. Enough is enough. 9 years is a good, fair run for a coach in the National Football League without getting to where you want. They didn't even get to a Super Bowl.
Right.
The old Bills teams, they at least lost in the Super Bowl. They lost 4 times in the Super Bowl. This team hasn't even gotten there.
And you know what? Here's the thing. One, I agree with you on 9 years is a long time with one of the best players in the league. Not 9 years of just, hey, I've been coaching the Titans for 9 years, okay, or the Panthers who are, trying to get good. You've had Josh Allen, and okay, the first little bit he has to grow, get better, but let's just say the last 5 years he's been Josh Allen, right? He's been the guy that we know. And you haven't been in a Super Bowl, and you never want to start to become in numbers and the stats and a history of things that aren't good. For instance, they have 91 victories under him from 2019 to 2025, or the most ever over a 7-season span without a Super Bowl appearance. Because most teams who win that much, that means they're on to something, they got something cooking, they're good, they at least get to a Super Bowl. And then you talk about this, the fact that he's 0-3 in the postseason in overtime, which means you can't get it done. 0-5 in overtimes, period. Josh Allen hasn't won an overtime game yet. You accidentally went overtime, got down, defense stopped him, we kicked the field goal, we won. Yeah. Like, you get one of those just by being Josh Allen or by being a good team if you're the Bills. So I look at a couple things, and also this from all your Perry Masons and all your law and legal court shows. Precedent. If John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin are gone, what do they both have in common? Super Bowl champions.
They won.
At least they walk in with that in their backpack to say, hey, I know it was a while ago, but at least I got one of these, and I got some of this, and I got playoff appearance.
It ain't that many coaches walking around
with those. If they can get the smoke, voluntary or involuntary if you're Tomlin, if they can be gone, Sean McDermott can surely be gone. You've never even been to one. And they've
Were you
been
shocked
to it,
this morning? Were you really shocked?
It's shocked because of the name, not so much the result. You get what I mean? Like, if I just told you, John Harbaugh, Tomlin, these guys who have these names, you go, oh, wow. But not by the result, because we had talked to him. He'd probably been the biggest name coach to me on the hot seat the last 2 years or so. Always kind of in the mix. Ooh, I don't know, McDermott. What if Josh Allen had another coach outside of McDermott? His name had been percolating, if you will, for a couple of years. So it's not as shocking, the result. It's just that's such a big name in a year where we've had. Usually that would have been the biggest name. When I heard this, Mary, I knew I was about to have 30 minutes of pure gut-busting laughter right here, man. What a time to be alive.
Monty, this show was just too black for me. I'm just going to
It was too black for you.
This show
she ain't listening. Monty ain't got her headphones on. No, she's not listening.
Monty's with me. This show's too black
Monty,
tonight.
Please just don't.
I said this show's too black for me tonight.
You know what show this is, right?
What show is this?
Turn it up, Mary, so she can hear. He's saying it in the name. Come on, Monty.
I can barely hear
This
it.
is the.
What is this?
This is Martin.
Oh, yeah. It's been my brothers used to watch the show, so I was little watching it.
All right, let's do the. We got last call, and then I want to say my little piece. Let's do it. We got time.
Don't be rushing me.
Go!
All right, let's go. Who we got?
All right.
Who we got?
Here we go.
Who we got?
Justin in New Mexico. You are.
You are the dad, the father. You're the last call. You all of it.
You are the father.
I made the last cut. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? Shout out to New Mexico. What you at, Albuquerque?
I'm a little north of there, man. I'm near the Colorado border, a little town called Farmington.
All right, shout out to Farmington Hills,
what you got for us? We're running out of time.
Y'all talking about rebuilding a team from the ground up, right? Not okay. Then I got to say it starts with the head coach, then drafting a quarterback on a rookie deal. Then you build around that guy because you're not paying him a whole lot. You can build your team, right?
Ah, very nice. There you go. I love what you're saying.
I think that's the way you go. If you're talking about building a team from the ground up, you don't build a defense first. I mean, it teams like the Jets and the Browns, they could draft Jesus Christ. They don't matter.
And I'm glad you brought up the Browns because that's another one that built up this defense. And guess what it's got?
First of all, y'all do realize we weren't saying only the defense. The point was building up the team with talent.
No.
That's why the Steelers, they had running backs, receivers, and a good defense. They had Randall, Plexico, Jerome Bettis, tight ends.
All right.
Bass Willie Parker.
Last thing we want to talk about today,
What's that?
Dan Orlovsky from ESPN, Rob G., he apologized. He was a little too tough on C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
And basically said that 31 other quarterbacks would have been able to win the game. And and that's more to your point of just don't lose it for us. And C.J. had 4 interceptions in the first half or whatever. And those guys, there's a lot of apology going on. You hear way more, to me, from the former players. Like Ryan Clark apologized a lot.
Listen, Ryan Clark.
Perkins.
I love Ryan
Am I
Clark.
right?
My gosh.
He apologized like every other.
Ryan Clark had an apology tour.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm going to say. And we saw it on FS1. When they made the cuts to the shows, the 2 shows they didn't cut have no former athletes on it.
First things
The
first.
Herd and First Things First. They got 5 total people on them, no athletes. All the other, with the big name athletes, all got their shows got cut, no numbers, whatever. And I say the same thing when I think about First Take and where it's gone from when it was. And people say, "Oh, I hate that debate TV." I'm going to say this. It used to be much CTV, and you know that in the day when you were growing up. Am I right? Like, and it was about much more journalists and people like the analysts, and then a couple players too. It wasn't like no players got on. I'm starting to think that the debate format and people being over the top, former athletes because they have skin in the game.
Don't want to upset the team. That's my dog. I used to be on a team with him. I want to go back to my old team. And
I think has ruined like this whole idea like, oh, I don't like debate TV. I think the athletes getting involved, not having control over like stuff that you're saying about people. Dak is ass. You remember we frowned at that. Like stuff like that. And then I think that has kind of ruined the debate genre that I was a part of with Cold Pizza.
Well, let me ask you this. We only got 1 minute, and it's kind of personal. So if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer.
Sure.
A large portion of that, only reason why I say this is because he's made it very obvious. He's like, I'm choosing this. I want to do this. Why didn't Stephen A. want to do that? He literally is going on 1 million times. I chose this. I got all these players around. I picked him. I picked her. Like, why get away from the formula that worked? Him and Skip used to be on.
But the difference is, I think, once Skip left, that was when the show changed. You know what I mean? Because Steve wanted to do, I guess, his own thing.
Don't forget Max. You mean
other
Max.
people. Well, but I'm saying, once Max left, it was just Stephen A. and friends.
That's what he is.
So you start to bring in all these people to do that.
To be honest, it has a get up part 2.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of getting up. Like it goes from the Greeny and all the other people, and then another First Take with Stephen A. and then there's a bunch of other people.
I'm just saying, it just seems to me like that's where people have
So you just want somebody on there talking reckless and crazy about Indiana.
Yeah, that's good. But at least they don't have any skin
That's
in the
what
game.
he want, Rob G.
They don't have any skin in the game. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?